Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. What the hell is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is. I had another window open. James Jameson in with the jokes already. But you know something? It's quite funny. It's quite funny. I was gonna say my opening question was or is or was going to be, is the Rafi too meticulous? And then I looked up at my mic and I ain't got the muffler. Where's the muffler for the mic? Where's the muffler for the mic? You know I can't go on without the muffler for the mic. But first things first, let's do the sound check. Is or was going to be. Is boom. Okay, that's sorted, but you know I gotta find the muffler. Uno, mo. As a matter of fact, rat-a-tat-tat. What's going on here? Let's alter this. Let's alter the equation just a tad. Okay, that looks better. Okay, uno momento. I gotta find my muffler. Where's my muffler? Who's nicked my muffler? Okay. Okay, excuse the squeaky chair. Let's get comfortable and let's do this, shiznicks. Let's do this. Okay, let's untangle the legs from the wire of the cans. What's this here? Okay, and we are live and we are good. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Let's put the link in the chat. First things first. Let's not be too tight. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So first things first. You are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi 196. And we're going to be looking at topics such as Kell Brook versus, what's his name? It's not Terrence Spence. It's Terrence Crawford. And what else are we looking at? Yeah. We're going to be looking at Katie Taylor. We can't forget the Katie Taylor. And we can't forget the Joshua Franco versus Andrew Maloney. And of course, we got the heavyweight talk. We got plenty of heavyweight talk. So the only question is, where do I begin? Okay, a little bit of a lullaby for y'all. Okay, so where am I going to start? Let's go to the comment section. First things first, let's do the roll call. We've got the Heinrich Schmitz up in the building saying hit that like button, smash it. Going to be a fantastic night, absolutement. And we have the Philip Carl Roberts. And we have the Saif Bud. Fighting Words with Saif Bud up in the building. Hold on. Where's my manners? Yes. That's a couple of shillings for the kitty. You know, that's how we pay for the pay-per-views over here. I don't like the illegal streaming thing. I like to get the legit stream and get a legit service. I like to pay for quality and get quality. That's just me. And yes, we have from St. Kitts, the Iron Kong. How you doing, Iron Kong? Good to have you up in here. Okay, activate, warp, drive activated. What's going on here? What's going on? Is it me or is the stream? It's an optical illusion, my friend. We're live. It's really happening. What's going on? Testing, 1, 2, 3. James Jameson up in the building. We are live. Okay, so what's going on? Yeah, the 50p in the meter. 50. Hey, talking about meters, a funny thing happened, which I'm not going to share, but a funny thing did happen. Yeah, where's the muffler? Where's the muffler? Okay, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The Leighton Evelyn up in the building. She's biz. How do you do? And not forgetting the Scott 70. Good to have the Scott 70 up in the building. And BG London up in the building. Okay. Yes. So let's get crack-a-lacking with this thing. You know, got to share a little story with you. The Rafi, you know, we got 1 month of lockdown over here in the UK. I'm off work for a month. So, you know, the Rafi likes to turn these things a positive thing. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do during this month? I'm going to clear out the place. I wish the house was like it was when I first bought it. Barely, you know, almost empty. I like the Spartan look, you know. I like Spartan. So Rafi's compiling shiznicks and chucking them on eBay every day. And doing some DIY projects. And I think I should film some of the DIY because some of the stuff is looking decidedly wonky. So I'm building shizzle and then having to readjust shizzle. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell possessed me to think that I was some kind of DIY guy, but I'm getting through it. I'm readjusting lockdown. I'm readjusting stuff and it's coming out okay. It's just taking me longer than I'd anticipated. Boz up in the building. Okay. So what's going on? Leighton Evelyn, you're out of lockdown. Yeah, I think we've just done 1 week. Is it 1 week? Probably just 1 week. Dawkins Towers, yeah. Could be faulty towers by the time I finish with it. But, you know, the Rafi goes back and he corrects stuff. So I've been correcting shizzle. And it's turning out nice. I was doing it just before we went live. That's what I've been doing. Okay, but we are good now. Just made a fantastic breakthrough with one of my DIY projects. And I also found, last night, I found a watch that I bought brand new and put it away somewhere and forgot that it was there. Never wore it. It was still in the box, pulled it out. Damn, it's an early Christmas present to myself. The damn thing must be 3-4 years old. Okay. So with that said, that's what's going on with the Rafi. 1 week down, around 3 weeks to go. You should sell your cranky. You should sell your creaky chair. No, I love the chair. It's a swivel chair. Board ladders you can. Skirting board ladder. Oh my gosh. Now, I'll tell you, I should take photographs of some of the stuff that I've done and some of the stuff that I've had to correct. I've done a wonky table. Well, it was wonky, but now it's sorted. Literally seconds before we went live, I knew what the problem was. I had to make a minor adjustment, and now I got my spirit level on it, and now it is perfecto. So the Rafi goes back and corrects his mistakes. No wonder you're always late. Watching the box. OMG. Watching the box. Brand new Watching the Box. I kid you not. It's a nice watch too. And I didn't even remember that I didn't have it until I found it again. Madness, I tell you. But okay, that's enough of what's going on in the Dawkins Towers. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio headquarters. It looks like a bomb has hit it. Because to get rid of shit, pardon my language, to get rid of shizzle, you got to pull it out of cupboards. And I'm pulling shizzle out of cupboards that I didn't even know was there. It's quite cathartic. Having a nice little clear out, getting rid of all the shizzle I don't need. Very, very therapeutic. I recommend it to anybody. Getting rid of stuff, selling stuff. I'm selling stuff on eBay every day. I got clothes I never even worn. Clothes I forgot that I had, pulling them out of cupboards. Okay. Cathartic. I'm enjoying it. Getting rid of shizzle. Getting rid of the shizzle. Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's get into the damn show. Okay. We're gonna start. What are we starting with? What are we starting with? Okay, I'm gonna start. Well, should I start at the big topics or the small topics? Okay, let's start with the small topic. Let's line this up and share. Okay, stop sharing that and start sharing this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so, and I've just had a feeling that I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to change the music. Just going to change the mood, change the music, just for as long as it feels right. Okay. Some old school, mellow soul. Let's go with that. Okay, I've changed the mood. I've calmed down now. Okay, so am I sharing yet? Yes. Let's just alter this equation a little bit. And in comes, came and he went. He came and he went real fast, but I think he's going to come back again. I'm pretty sure of it. But let's clean off the screen just a little bit so you can see everything. All right. So let me resize this also. Let me resize this. Okay, that looks much better. Let's line it up properly. Let's line this up properly. Yeah, that looks nice. And let me just get rid of this background stuff so I don't get no boom, boom, boom. Okay, so yes, Fight Doctor. I'll get to you in a second, Fight Doctor. I'll talk to you in a second. Okay, so let's get through this article and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so this is the opening piece of the show. Okay, so what we got here? Okay, so Filip Hrgovic's promoter says, "Bring on Michael Hunter." Bring it on. Filip Hrgovic's co-promoter, Nice Suland, says there is no issue with facing heavyweight contender Michael Hunter, who would love to secure the opportunity to face the undefeated Olympic bronze medal winner. Okay, so last week, Hrgovic extended his unbeaten run to 12-0 when he beat down and stopped the old ride out of condition Rydell Booker in a one-sided beatdown. Okay, so there's the Croatian sensation flexing the traps there. According to Sauerland, they were willing to face Hunter last December as part of Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz's undercard in Saudi Arabia, Diriyah. Hunter went in a different direction by electing to face Alexander. Hold on a second. What a load of crapola here. Hunter went in a different direction. Hunter went, what it should say is that Hunter went for a more accomplished fighter in the form of Alexander Povetkin. You'll recall, I think, was it earlier this week? Was it Monday of this week? We were talking a lot about Alexander Povetkin and whether he should be ranked number 3 or not. As a matter of fact, will just give me a second here because I've just realized there's something that I need to do. I need to share this shizzle. Only take me a second. I need to share that with the secret society. Let them know that the Rafi is live. Okay, it's worth it. Uno momento. Let's do this. Let's share this. Boom. That's one place. Where else are we sharing it? Let's share it. 2 minutes ago. Let's share this there also. Whose group is that? And let me also share it in. Yeah, let's share it over there too. Okay, so that's everybody knows. Okay, so back into the article. Where are we? Yeah, it should say that Hunter elected to face the veteran. Well, the veteran. Yeah, I suppose he is a veteran. Alexander Povetkin, the high-ranked veteran. Don't get it twisted. Top 10 for the last 10 years, there or thereabouts. Alexander Povetkin. So Hunter faced Povetkin, which ended in a close points draw. I gave it to Povetkin by 1 round at the time. Anyway, Hrgovic ranked at number 6 by the IBF, while Hunter sits 2 positions higher at number 4. OMG. Suland would like to have that fight become a final eliminator for a potential world title shot in the future. Final eliminator? I don't know if it's Hunter. Hunter could be in a final eliminator, but Hrgovic is pretty much a new jack. But yeah, I don't mind that. I'd have that as a final eliminator. Final eliminator. Hold on a second. You got Dubois ahead of that. I think Dubois is in at number 2. So what are you talking about? Final eliminators. You can move you up to maybe number 3. Or something of that nature. But anyway, the Hunter fight would be great, says Sauerland. Told Sky Sports. We've accepted it once before, actually. I think that was Saudi Arabia. Okay. So we're going to come back to that in a second. Where are we? We're just having a quick look in the chat. What is going on? What is this? What's this? Skeleton. Oh, the skeleton's out the closet. What's going on? Zurich. Anyway, okay, just checking the chat, making sure that nothing crazy was going on. Where are we? Bring it on. Hunter is a good name. I rate him as a fighter because he takes on pretty much anyone and doesn't really back down, and it would be a great fight. I think Philippe will be too strong for him, but the fans want to see it. It makes sense for everyone, and it's a good fight for heavyweight boxing. Damn. I hope he's being serious. I really hope he's being serious, and I hope he means this, Shizniks, because that would be a treat. That fight would be a treat. For us, that would be an important fact that the fight is for something. Here we go. Listen, I'm looking for the caveat. For us, it would be important that the fight is for something. Yes, to move you up the damn ranks. And I think for Michael Hunter as well. After Philippe's win on Saturday, I don't see why it can't be a fight. Shut your trap, you imbecile. You got people ahead of you, such as Daniel Dubois. So if anybody's getting the next crack next in line, it would be Danny. Stop trying to jump the queue. After Philippe's win on Saturday, I don't see why it can't be a final. Get the hell out of here. Bring it on. From our side, we've got no qualms about fighting Michael Hunter, and it's going to be a great fight. We're ready whenever. Okay, I hope they're not messing around. I hope that is real talk, and I hope that is serious talk. What's going on? And in comes the man like the fight doctor. How do you do?
Fight Doctor is in the house on Rick James status as always. How's my audio?
The audio's good. The audio's clean.
Okay, so now you do realize, of course, that you owe me some money, yes?
Yeah, you do owe me some money, absolutely.
Yes, because
before you say anything else, a court is presided over by a active judge, not a retired judge.
You do realize, of course, that you are you are nitpicking, right?
No, not nitpicking. Factual. A court is presided over, and this is very important.
So I say what? What does Webster's dictionary say?
Let's do that. What is a court? Let's do that. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering what the hell is going on, the Fight Doctor and I and another person who I can't remember who had a bet that the Fight Doctor and the other guy had a bet that Deontay Wilder would take Tyson Fury to court or lodge some lawsuit against Tyson Fury or take some kind of court action against Tyson Fury and against Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder against Tyson Fury. And the bet is that would happen anytime from when we made the bet a few weeks ago up until December, and I extended that to the very end. You're supposed to be up till the fight, which is the 5th of December. I extended that, and I have extended that to the 31st of December. And I think the fight doctor is trying to allege that Deontay Wilder taking this to arbitration is actually taking it to court. But my point is that arbitration, my friend, is arbitration and court is court. So we're going to look for the definition of what is, and I'll show it up on the screen. What is
so? But in practice, there's no distinction to be made between the two when the outcome. Listen, they're going to have attorneys present at this arbitration, and there's going to be a judge there. So you've got attorneys, you've got judge. The judgment that's handed down by the judge is legal and binding. So you've got all the elements for a court case.
You've got all the elements, but it's not a court. So you've got all the elements. So it's like quark. It's like replacement meat. What is that stuff that you plant-based gentlemen eat? What is it? Quark.
So you've got seitan. You've got tofu. You've got
tofu. That's what I'm thinking. Right. So it's like tofu. So it's like me having a bet with you, saying that I bet that such and such, name anybody, eats meat during the month of in between now and December, and then you have evidence that the person ate tofu, and you say, well, there you go, they ate tofu. That's like a meat replacement. And I say, well, yes, it is, but it is not meat, my friend. And so that is where we're at right now. But so that just kills it. That just kills it. Tofu might be a meat substitute, much like arbitration is a substitute for court. But a substitute is a substitute, and the real thing is the real thing. Over to you.
No, sir. The arbitration is not a substitute for court. It is in fact court. Okay? It is in fact court. That's going to court.
No, it's a substitute for court. You go to arbitration. Let me just help people here. I'm going to pull up the definition in a second. But Rafi, years ago, Rafi worked in arbitration, or worked in a role which meant that I had to accompany people to arbitration, workers' rights. So not only is Rafi talking about arbitration, but Rafi worked in arbitration, and arbitration is an alternative to court. You go to arbitration to avoid going to court. So if you're going to one place to avoid going to another place, you're not going. If you're going to place A to avoid going to place B, court place A is not place B. Arbitration is A and court is B. A does not equal B. You go to A to avoid going to B. Boom, boom, boom. Killed and buried. Silver bullet in the air. Catch that. Hold that. Gargle that, my friend. But nonetheless, I just killed you. But let's go to the definition again. What is a court?
Let's see what the definition is. Exactly. I will be curious to see what it says. What the dictionary says.
Let's pull it up. Let's put it up so everybody can see. Hold on. Let's share this. Stop and share. What is a court? Boom, boom, boom. Let me see what you can see. No, not big enough. Let's resize that so everybody can see what I can see. Let's see if that's big enough right there. Let's have a look. Change windows. Okay, let me drop. What's that there? Throw out the skeleton down. Is that still up there? Let me drop that comment down and go over. Let's line this up. Let's see Let's see if we got it in there. Okay, what does it say? Okay, a body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate, and acting as a tribunal in civic and criminal cases. So
I believe you owe me some money, sir.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. A body carry on.
Wait, let's go back and reread that definition again.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here. A body of people presided over by a judge, not a retired.
Wait. You have to read the definition in whole, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to read it in whole. A body of people presided over by a judge.
Continue.
Judges. Hold on. Judges.
Continue.
Or I'm continuing. I'm going to continue until the end of the sentence. Or a magistrate. Now, in this case.
Wait. So let's stop right there.
Okay.
A body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acting as a tribunal in civil and criminal cases.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is a magistrate? I'd be curious to see what the definition of that word is.
Well, that's English. I don't think you have magistrates over there. It's English. It's a magistrate. A magistrate is a substitute for a judge. I'm just sipping on my beetroot and apple juice. Gives one energy, just like Red Bull, but just natural ingredients.
Okay, so here's my question to you, sir.
Yeah.
Would a retired judge, someone who has been on the bench, and someone who is adept in the law, would a retired judge fit the definition of a magistrate?
No.
Well, why not?
Because a magistrate is active. A magistrate is not a retired magistrate.
Okay, so wait, let's look up the definition of magistrate.
Okay. Let's before we go to that, let's go into a few comments. My wife threw away my stuffed animals. If you're talking about your blow-up dolls, Heinrich, then that is entirely understandable. Okay. So what's going on here? Which part of Europe is Heinrich in tonight? That's a very good question. Zurich, Deutschland. Heinrich Schmidt's driving around Europe with a suitcase full of OMG. Apparently Heinrich does not have a credit card and we don't believe him. It's really uncommon. Is it really uncommon to pay for everything in cash? No one wants to touch cash, Heinrich. Come on. We're getting back to this. I'm not moving away from the topic, but I just need to stay in touch with what's going on in the chat. I like to mix it up. Yeah, mix it up. I always use cash as well. Really? That's strange. But you do have a credit card though, don't you, Philip Carl Roberts? It's been 3,000 days. What, 3,000 days? Has it been 3,000 days that Deontay has been ducking? The Deontay ducked White. Is that? Yeah, that's why he looks. That's why White looks so gray. Anybody who hasn't seen the thumbnail, check it out. It's quite hilarious. Was it one thumbs down? Was that Dixon Siders? What's going on? Don ZB, what do you think of Ortiz's opponent Flores taking a dive? What's going on? It's all cash over here. Yeah, really? Car repair tailor, local farmer, craftsman. You're telling me it's all cash in Germany? I don't believe it. I don't believe that not for one tiny second. Not for one tiny second. Let's go. Let's carry on down into the chat. What's going? It's me, Raf. What do you mean it's me? I'm with you, Iron Kong. What's going on? Rafi is correct. Well, that's okay. We're going to still talk about it. We're still going to go through it, but it's pretty clear that Rafi is correct, but we're still going to talk about it. to acquire Rick James status requires the use of some Colombian marching powder. And I think that the fight doctor is demonstrating that he's mixed something. He thought he was mixing in milk powder with his tofu, but I demand that you test that milk powder. That milk powder.
Only top shelf. Only top shelf, sir. Only top shelf.
that milk powder is not what you thought it was, my dear fellow. Okay, what's going on? Important note on arbitration. In choosing arbitration, the parties opt for a private dispute resolution procedure instead of going to court. Instead of going to court, signed, sealed, and delivered. That I need something that sounds hard. Sounds hard like a judge's. Yes, that's over here. They have a hammer where the judge goes. Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you to look up the definition of magistrate.
Okay, I will do that now. I'll do that now, but it's pretty clear. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. There's multiple. I should write these points down. There's multiple points where it proves that this arbitration is not a court, but magistrates. I will look that up just for you. Magistrate. Magistrate. What is a magistrate? Let's type that in. I'll bring it up on the screen. Don't worry. What is a magistrate? What is a magistrate? Okay, what is a magistrate? What is a magistrate? What is the difference between a judge and a magistrate? Would you like that? Let's share this. Hold on. Okay, let's drop this down. Philip Khan Roberts coming with the goods yet again. What am I sharing? Magistrates. But no, that's the old one. Okay, let's do the new one. Stop sharing that and start sharing this. Bear in mind, I haven't read what it says yet, but I just like the definition came up just like I wanted it to. Where is it? Okay, so let's read this then. Okay, so what's the difference between a judge and a magistrate? I'm just making sure you can see it as well as I. Okay, so judges and magistrates are responsible for deciding cases by interpreting and applying the law. Magistrates often have a narrow scope of authority and they hear short and less complex matters. Judges, on the other hand, have great authority over matters and generally hear larger, more complex cases. So,
okay, so let's back up. Let's back up.
Once again, you have been thwarted. I'm gonna have to start marking these points down. Okay, yeah.
So let's back up. Back up. Now, magistrates often have a narrow scope of authority. Yeah, now that's a key. That's right there is what's key and important. Magistrates often have a narrow scope of authority, such as settling a dispute in an arbitration.
Correct.
And they hear short and less complex matters, like Correct. For instance, a contract dispute. Now, go back to your definition for court.
Okay, let's stop that. You're dead in the water, bro. I will entertain you. Even though you're dead in the water, I will entertain you. What is a court? Boom. There you go. There it is.
All right. So now, court, right? A body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate.
Yeah.
And a magistrate is someone who has a
narrow
scope of authority. Mm-hmm. Now, a retired judge who presides over arbitration between two parties in a contract dispute, that qualifies as the definition of court.
No, that's not court.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Court and arbitration are two totally different things. We've just gone through it. Court and arbitration are two different things. Let's go back to magistrates and and court. Let's go back to the difference. What is a magistrate?
Okay. What is the magistrate?
Okay, so here we are. Yep, there we are. It's on the screen. Okay. So what is the difference? What is the difference between judge and stop that. Judge and magistrate. Okay, judges and magistrates are responsible for deciding cases by interpreting and applying the law. That's one. Okay. Yep. Magistrates often have a narrow scope of authority, and they hear short and less complex matters. Judges, on the other hand, have great authority over matters and generally hear larger, more complex cases. Now, in this case, the judge is a retired judge and is acting more as a magistrate to avoid going to court. If it goes to court, then it will require an active judge, not a retired judge.
Excuse me, but the definition of court does not require a judge. Okay,
the court requires a judge by definition.
No, it does not.
A court cannot be presided over without a judge. You need a judge to preside.
No, you do not. No, you do not. All right, but then let's go back to the definition of court and see what it says.
Okay. Let's go back to the definition of court. Let's do that. What is a court? Is it up? Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a body of people presided over by a judge. By definition. Boom, boom. Dead in the water again.
Rafi.
Carry on.
Context, sir.
Carry on.
You have only read a portion of the definition.
Read the rest. It's up there.
I'm going to read the definition as it is.
Yeah, read it.
Not just part of it, but listen, when you go to court, you have to tell the truth, the whole of the truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay? So now, what is the definition of court?
That's it.
You may not like it, but it is what it is, sir.
Read it. Read what part you disagree with. Read it.
I didn't write the definition. I don't disagree with any of it. It is what it is.
Okay, so a body of people presided over by a judge.
Okay.
Judges or magistrate. And,
thank you, sir.
And acting as a tribunal in civic and criminal cases. This is not a civic or criminal case.
Of course, it is a civil case. What are you talking about? It's a contract dispute. That is the very definition of a civil case, sir. What are you talking about? It is a civil case.
Hold up. Let's go to the definition of civil case.
All right.
Okay. Civil case. Now, no momento. Let me line this up. And share this. Stop sharing that and start sharing this. Okay, so you should be seeing that by now. Yes. So where is it? Stand there. Let's line this up. Okay, so let's read this. So, civil case. Court cases that involve disputes between people or businesses over money or some injury to personal rights are called civil cases. A civil case usually begins when one person or a business called the plaintiff claims to have been harmed by the actions of another person called the defendant. Okay, so that falls into a civil case. So your point is what?
So my point is court does not need to be presided over by a judge, as you claim.
Court needs to be
arbitration. No, court does not need to be presided over by a judge, as you claim.
No. Hold on. You got it all backwards. Civil case. Court cases. A civil case goes to court. A civil case is a court, COURT case that involves dispute between people or business is. Court.
Okay. So,
Court
Rafi,
case. So a civil case, case goes to a court.
So, Rafi, you've been shifting the goalposts all night. I hope you realize that, right?
I'm just telling you what I see. Court.
Okay.
C-O-U-R-T. Court.
Okay, so then we've already defined court, right? And court can be presided over by a magistrate. It does not necessarily need to be presided over by a judge.
Okay.
We've already established that.
Yeah, a court can be.
So now we're dealing with the definition of a civil case.
Mm-hmm.
So what is a civil court case? A civil court case is a dispute between two parties over money or some injury to personal rights.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the dispute between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is over money. So there's no question that this is a civil case.
Okay.
In fact, I think you can make an argument that it is a dispute over money and personal injury.
Okay.
But however, this is without question a civil case, and arbitration is without question court, seeing as it is presided over by a magistrate.
Okay.
So this is a court case.
Okay.
So my argument is, Deontay Wilder is indeed taking Tyson Fury to court. Yes.
Oh.
That's my argument.
Okay.
And I believe we have proven as much.
Absolutely not. And I will make my argument. Philip Carl Roberts, I think I hit the nail on the head. I'll go through it point by point. Let me write it down as I'm saying this. Okay. So one. A court requires, I'm writing this down as I speak, a court requires a judge or magistrate. Judge or magistrate. Okay, that's point one. Point two. Point two is, it is important to note, I'm going with Philip Carl Roberts' argument, great argument. It's important to note in arbitration, in choosing arbitration, the parties opt for a private dispute resolution procedure instead of going to court. So arbitration is an alternative.
Wait, hold on a second. And I respect Philip Carl Roberts. However, Mr. Roberts does not decide or determine the definition or meaning of court.
I think he's got that definition from elsewhere and then printed it here. That would be the normal procedure. And this is, as I understand arbitration, speaking as someone who worked in arbitration. So I'll read it again. Important note on arbitration. In choosing arbitration, the parties opt for a private dispute resolution procedure instead of going to court.
So how that should be read is that the parties in choosing arbitration, they are opting for a private court instead of public court.
No.
That's essentially what's going on here.
No. You're trying to twist and manipulate, but that is not what it is.
Well, twist and manipulate what exactly? I mean, look, we can go back and look at the definition for court, and we can go back and look at the definition.
No. You've made your argument, and I'm now making mine. Okay, so that's two. One is, I reiterate, one is a court requires a judge or a magistrate. That's one. Two, arbitration is an alternative to court. It is not court. It is an alternative.
Wait.
No. There's no wait. There's no waiting. You can come back. We can debate the points afterwards, but I have to get through my points. Let me move on to my third point. Where are we? Hold on a second. Let's line this up. What is the definition of mediation, Doctor? Not court. It's not court. Mediation is not court. That's my third point. Mediation
Rafi,
is
we've
not.
looked at the definition of court. We've looked at the definition of civil case. No one has shown me. You've not shown me the definition
I
of
have
any
not
other
finished.
term.
I have not finished.
Okay,
I have not finished. I'm
listen,
listing.
but
I'm
listen.
merely listing my point.
Okay, but at the end of the day, you have to show me where these definitions coming from.
I'm listing my points. If you have any qualms with the points I have made, then at the end of it, certainly you can have your right to reply. But I certainly have to list. I have to list my points. Rafi just bodied the doctor.
Rafi, you have to prove your points, sir, and you do that with evidence.
Don't worry. I'll prove my points. I've already proved them, but I'll continue. I will continue to prove my points. Boom. You can choose a judge which can be beneficial if there's some special knowledge needed. They should let Judge Judy decide. Duck, you got him, bro. Ain't got me. No way. No how. Anyone can be a magistrate. Anyone can be a magistrate. Yeah. Person off the street can be a magistrate. Absolutely. That's one of the characteristics of a magistrate. You don't need any superior knowledge of law. You don't have to.
But again, that doesn't apply here because the magistrate in question indeed has superior knowledge of law, being that the magistrate is a retired judge. So how does this person not have superior knowledge of the law?
No. Magistrates do not have to be retired judges. No.
Well, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that the magistrate in this case definitely fits the definition of a magistrate, and is in fact a judge. So I don't know how.
No, he's not a judge. He's a retired judge. A retired judge is like a retired doctor. He's not a doctor. He's a retired doctor. He has knowledge of medicine, but he is not an active judge. So if he active doctor, so if he does a procedure on a person, a retired doctor does a procedure on someone, and something goes wrong, he is not insured to do so.
Okay, well, please continue so I can continue to knock down your points.
Well, so you can certainly try. You can certainly try. Leighton Evelyn is with you. Hold on, is Leighton Evelyn the second person who was in on the bet? Are you the second person who was in on the bet, Leighton Evelyn? Is that why you're saying what you're saying? Is that what's going down? Is that what's going down?
I think they recognize a logical, coherent argument, and are dismissing the nonsense. Okay, so
are they dismissing what you're saying? Okay.
So now, Rafi, you have to realize I'm not the one who pulled up the definitions for court and civil case. Those are the definitions that you pulled up, and they just happen to agree with my point. So I'm not quite sure what you're arguing against, because you're not arguing against anything that I'm saying.
Well, for example, a magistrate in the UK can only sentence someone for a year, so they have limited powers. So once again, a magistrate.
But we've already established that with the definition of magistrate, that a magistrate has limited authority.
A magistrate has limited authority. Stroke powers. Stroke powers.
If we go back to the definition of magistrate, I believe that's what it said.
Okay, that's very good. But they're all piling up. I think that Leighton is the second person. I think he's the next person in on the bet, so he's backing you. This channel is getting really scientific. The fight doctor needs to take his own meds. Okay. Law and Science Radio. But the retired judge is getting paid, so technically he's an active judge. No. A retired judge is an retired judge, and we don't know about any type of payment structure. We don't know that. Retired versus licensed judge. Retired versus licensed, indeed. Exacte mundo. What's going on here? What's going on here? In court, you have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now we know why Wilder is not going to a real court. OMG. OMG. I think Leighton's the other guy in the bet. Leighton, are you the other guy in the bet? Come on now. I think you're the other guy in the bet, Leighton. You're the other guy in the bet.
No, I think Leighton just recognizes when somebody has lost a bet. Okay, I think that's what that is.
No. I'm winning. I've already won, but I'm just being fair. It is not a court. I'm just letting everybody have their say. Letting everybody have their say. How much is the bet worth? 10 pounds. 10 pounds. 10 pounds. Yeah, carry on.
Rafi, right. I hope you do realize, of course, that you are entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. And we're not going to deal with any alternative facts here. We're going to deal with the facts as they are, sir.
Oh, yes. So that's why you lose, because we're going to be dealing with facts. So it's a 10 pound bet. It's a 10 pound bet, and there's two people in the bet. I think the second person is Leighton Evelyn. He's not owning up to it. Come on, Leighton. Are you me and the duck? Oh, it is Leighton. He's admitted it. Yes, he's admitted it. It is Leighton. It is Leighton. Okay, so Rafi Ironside, you got this. No, I'm not sweating, bro. I'm not sweating. It's easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. Yo, we can do this, man. We can do this.
Right.
Yes, it is Leighton Evelyn. It is Leighton. Hold on. I've seen something. Oh, I passed it. My bad. The whole thing's a pantomime to string along the public. My money is on fight 3 to happen. Well, my money is on. I think fight 3 will happen. But it will happen.
Wait, so now here's my question, right?
Okay.
If fight 3 is to happen, why does the Deontay Wilder side have to insist on dragging Tyson Fury into arbitration court for the third fight to happen? We've been hearing all this talk about the Deontay Wilder side ducking the third fight, but when it comes time to actually fight, Deontay Wilder's side has to take Tyson Fury to court. So is there any explanation from the Fury side or from the Fury fans why that's the case? I'd be curious to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, that's very simple. It's very well. First of all, thank you very much, Scott. Thank you very much, Scott. Making the super chat dominator, one of the original, probably the original super chat dominator, Scott. Much appreciation. You know that money goes towards the channel, goes towards getting the pay-per-views, because I don't trust illegal streams. I like to pay for quality, and I like to get quality. So it's just what Scott said. The whole thing's a pantomime. Deontay Wilder, Shelley Finkel, they were dragging their feet, waiting for crowds to come back, dragging their feet, and Fury said, "No, I'm losing." Fury said, "No, I'm losing money here. I could be fighting bombs and getting paid. And you want to drag this out? No, I'm still gonna fight, and I'll fight you later. The contract's expired, so I'll give you a voluntary later. It depends on how the AJ thing works out. If he can't get past Usyk, then I'll fight you again, you big dusser. But the contract has expired. And so the next time Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are in a ring, this is the world according to Rafi. This is how I see it. The next time Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are in a ring, which I project will be in 2021, the first half of 2021, because I don't think that Joshua is going to be available to the second half. I don't think Usyk's going to step aside, so he's going to have to take care of Povetkin. He's going to have to take care of Pulev, and then 2020, end of 2020, he's going to have 4 months. 4 months later, he's going to be fighting Usyk. What we're talking about? We're talking about April time. April time, Joshua will be fighting Usyk, and that leaves Fury available from January to April, May. He'll probably fight in before Joshua or just after us, Joshua. So the first half of 2021. In the first half of 2021, Joshua will be fighting Usyk. That's my prediction. And in the first half of 2021, Tyson Fury will give Deontay Wilder a voluntary fight. It will be nothing to do with the contract. The contract has expired, but he'll be available and he'll fight. He'll gladly fight Deontay Wilder. I don't think he fears anything about Deontay Wilder. Making Deontay Wilder sweat it out. Deontay Wilder thought they were going to drag their feet, and Fury just said, "No, you're not going to drag your feet. I'm going to do what I'm going to do now, make you sweat." But there's big money in it for Fury. There's big money in that fight for Fury. Remember, it's 40. Deontay Wilder is only entitled to 40% under the contract. When they fight next as a voluntary, he may not even be entitled to 40%. So that's how it's going to go down, in my opinion. That's how I see it going down. So, and as far as going to arbitration, not court, there's a question mark about going to arbitration, because if the contract has expired, does the provision for arbitration, does that expire with the contract? Because if Deontay Wilder is calling for arbitration after the contract has expired, I'm not even sure he has a legal right to do so. So even that arbitration, remember, they haven't gone to arbitration. They're talking about going to arbitration. But if the contract has expired, does the provision for arbitration even stand? It may or it may not. That's a question mark. That's something we have to ponder on. But we have to get back. We have to get back to this thing. Never heard Rafi so passionate. Rafi is a very Rafi doing his rumpole of the Bailey. Yeah, Rafi's a very passionate guy. Rafi is a passionate guy. It is not court. Doc has this case. Let's ask the jury. Yeah, we're going to have to ask the jury. We're going to have to go to the jury. Can you commit pure perjury in the magistrate? No. Therefore, it is not court. And that's who wrote that one. James Jameson. That's another top one. You can't commit. You can't commit perjury.
So again, I would advise that we all go back to the definition of court that we all agreed on was the definition, okay? Which wasn't my definition, Rafi, that was your definition. So when we look at the definition of court, it says nothing about committing perjury, okay? We have to deal with the definition as is.
Listen, you can't commit perjury. You can't commit perjury in a magistrate. You can in a court. There's a big difference, my friend. Well, hold on. We're going to the jury in the chat. We're going to the jury in the chat. But
no, wait. Before we do that, let's go back to the definition of court and just read it.
Yeah, we'll go back to the definition of court. Give me a second. I just got to get something. Keep talking. Talk your talk.
Right. No. It's just, listen, I'll let the definition speak for itself. I don't have to talk to defend the definition because it is what it is. I didn't make it up. It is what it is. All I asked was you pulled it up. Okay. So if you don't like that definition, I don't know what to tell you.
No, the definition is cool. I'm cool with the definition, but I got 5 points here, and each one's a killer. We're gonna have to go through them before. Where's the definition of court? Let me pull up the definition of court for you.
We can go down your for you. We can go down your 5 points, and I will knock over each one as we go down the list. So
you most certainly will not. You most certainly will not. You can wish to do so, but you certainly shall not. A body of people. Hold on. Where is it? Court. There we go. A body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate, and acting as a tribunal in civic and criminal cases. That's what a court is. Okay, this is boom. Hell no. Hell to the no. To the no. Yeah, that's a court. What we're talking about here is a mediation. I can kill this. I can slew this with one with one comment. It's a step before court. This is Raphael Dawkins' Combat Radio Lawyer Show. Caller is pulling facts out. Oh dear. Rafi Ironside got this. You don't swear in. You do not swear in.
Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. Now we go back to the definition of court.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about swearing in. Doesn't say anything about perjury. Doesn't say anything about all these alternative factors.
But you don't say anything about it. But you do all of those things. You swear in and you can commit perjury. Just because it don't say it, don't mean it ain't real. So you have to accept reality, my friend. You have to accept reality. Carry on.
What happens in one court does not necessarily need to happen in another court. Like,
Get
for instance,
the hell out of here. That's universal. That's universally understood that in court, you can commit perjury. In the magistrate,
hold on a second. That does not. I don't see that in the definition here, sir.
Yeah, we'll use the definition as a guide. But if you want me to pull up what is a court, the first thing I pulled up, what is a court? That was a 100-page document. So what we're looking at is that 100-page document distilled down into a few words. Now, clearly, a small definition of a 100-page document distilled down into a few words is not going to be as expansive as reading what is a court, which is a 100-page document. So we just pull something up, a few words up. That is not the fullness. That is not the fullness. That is not the fullness of a court. That is a small. It's my turn. It's my turn. That is a few words which try to capture the essence of what a court is. It is not a full and comprehensive view of a court and its workings. That was just a snippet.
Sir, that is your opinion, and you are welcome to it. But your opinion
is not an opinion.
Do not constitute facts. Now, what is the fact? No, wait. I heard you. Wait, sir, I heard you. Now it's my turn to rebut.
Carry on.
All right. Now, I asked you to pull up the definition of a court.
Yeah.
You did so. We're looking at it now. Okay. We're looking at it right now. And what the definition says in front of me does not say what you're saying. So now we have to deal with the facts as they are. Fact. Court. A body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate, and acting as a tribunal in civil and criminal cases. That is what the definition of a court is.
Yeah. That's a brief definition.
No, sir.
That is a brief definition. That does not fully, that does not encompass, that does not encompass the fullness and the full operation of, please mute yourself while I'm talking, thank you. That does not encompass the fullness of a court. That is merely a small snippet. The functions and the actions of the court are far greater than a mere few words. What is that, 10 words? The definition of a court can be found in a 100-page document. What we are looking at is merely a few words which aim to distill it, but it does not express the full function of a court.
Sir, you have yet to prove any of that.
What do you mean prove? Okay, we're not gonna chat no longer. I think it's very clear. My points are: 1, a court requires a judge or a magistrate. 2, arbitration is an alternative to court. 3, mediation is not court. 4, a magistrate has limited authority and powers. 5, you can't commit perjury at a magistrate. And I rest my case. Your final words. Your final words before we go to the judges, the court.
You need to prove all of those assertions.
No, I do
which you
not.
have not
Carry
done. Yeah, actually, yeah, you do. In a court of law, you
on.
have to bring proof. You have to bring facts.
Yeah. Okay. But
You
those
have to
are all facts.
listen. When the prosecution, all right, in a court of law, when the prosecution is making their case, they have to bring the facts.
Okay.
The facts to
Okay.
make their case. Okay?
Okay.
Now you're making all of these assertions, but
Yeah.
you have not presented an ounce of evidence to back any of the assertions that you have made, sir.
Well, anyone with a functioning brain knows that everything I have said there is factual.
Sir, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Okay, that's fine. And that's where we'll leave it unless you have anything more you wish to say before we go to the chat. Now, please, you have heard both of the arguments. You have heard both of the arguments. Now it is up to you. We aren't in court here either, Fight Doctor. Yeah, we're not in court here either. Yeah. Okay, but nice try. Okay, so folks in the chat from all around the world, we got people here from the Southern Hemisphere. We got people from Central Europe. We have Americans from America. And we have some UK guys up in here too. So this is an international show with an international flavor. We got the English Jamaican man and the American man. Okay, so this is very much an international show. So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, make your judgment. Put down in the chat now. I don't know how they're going to differentiate. Whose argument did you find more persuasive? Rafi's argument or Fight Doctor's argument? Write down your answers now in the chat. I'm going to give you a minute to do so, 60 seconds to do so. Whose argument did you find more persuasive? I know Leighton Evelyn likes the Fight Doctor's argument. Whose argument did you find more persuasive? The Fight Doctor's argument or the Rafi's argument? Write it down in the chat right now. And Leighton Evelyn says he's Team Duck all day. Just write down who. So you've got a vote in Leighton Evelyn. He may not be as impartial. He might not be as impartial. Hang 'em high. One of my favorite films, As It Goes. So get I think we got 60 seconds here. We got 30 seconds left. We got 30 seconds left on the clock. Get your vote in. Which argument did you find more persuasive? We got 15 seconds left, people. Get your votes in before we do the count. Get your votes in. We have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3. I'm doing the Jack Reese count. So it's a very slow count. So that no one can say, "Oh, I wanted to vote, but I didn't get the chance to vote." 2, 1.5, 1.25, 1. Okay, get the gravel ready. Okay, so we are appealing, bro. Bias kangaroo. Yo, we let the international crew. We got people from all over the world voting, so there is no bias here. Okay. There's no such thing as a court arbitration. The blonde's plumber. Okay, so let's do the vote. So Leighton Evelyn says the Fight Doctor. Let me write this down so there's no ambiguity. We got the Rafi, and then we got the Fight Doctor. TFD. Okay, so TR and TFD. Okay, so Leighton Evelyn, that's one for TFD. That's one. Heinrich Schmitz, Rafi by KO. I thought that was an early KO, but I toyed with him. Okay. What we got here? We got JJ. JJ Boxing and Blues, I think. He's an American guy as well. So I told you it's international. So it's 2-1. Get the gravel ready. Rafi by unanimous decision. I thought I took him out there early. He was on Tommy Hearn's legs for the rest of the bout. Heinrich Schmitz, did he vote twice? Yeah, he's already voted, so that don't count. Lance, no, that don't say Rafi. I have to wait till I have to actually see it say Rafi. Raf by common sense. Okay, so that is another one for Rafi. James Davis. Boom, that's another one for Rafi. Case dismissed for lack of evidence. Rafi wins. Arbitration is by definition not a court. James Jameson, hang on my Team Duck all the way. Okay, I think we've got the votes in. And the vote as it stands is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes for the Rafi and 1 vote from Leighton Evelyn for 1 vote for the Fight Doctor. The Fight Doctor put the super chat in the chat. Fight Doctor, make it happen. Make it rain. Make it rain. Leighton Evelyn, make it happen. Make it rain. Fight Doctor, you have been defeated, my dear fellow.
Sir, are you done? Are you done with your Donald Trump alternative facts?
Hey,
Donald Trump thinks he won also. Okay, just so you know, Donald Trump thinks he won also.
Everything I said was factual, and not only I'm extended. Not only was it factual, but I think people listening in the future will agree. Like Neville says, I want to recap.
You do know what a fact is, right?
I absolutely do know what a fact is. Do you know what a fact is?
A fact is something that is proven to be a fact.
Yeah, and everything I said is factual.
Okay, well then if that's the case, then you should have no problem proving everything you said.
Well, no, not at all. I mean, it's been proven to the satisfaction of the situation, and we've had the vote, and boom, I win. You, Leighton Evelyn, lose.
Yeah. So how do you prove something to be true?
Well, what we did was we had a debate. We had another debate, and we let the people decide, and the people decided who won the debate by a vote of 6-1.
Well, listen, and I understand all of that, but you still have not answered my question. How do you prove something to be true?
How do you prove something to be true? Well, that's what a court is for. But they're not going to court; they're going to arbitration.
Okay, well, that's fine. Rafi, you can dance around the question all you like, but cocaine or not, the Fight Doctor is not food. Okay, trust.
Well, hey, we had the discussion, we had the debate, and the people decided who won and who lost. Obviously, I can't decide. I can't be the judge and the jury, so I have to leave it to the people to decide which argument they found more persuasive, and they made their decision, and the vote is 6-1. I think that's fairly conclusive, the Fight Doctor. Leighton Evelyn, the Fight Doctor. Make it rain. Make it happen. Make it happen. In your own good time. Okay, so a very enjoyable debate, but we got other things to do in the show. 8-1. You missed my vote, and James. Yeah, well, I tone it down. I don't try to read everything. I think some people may have voted twice, so I got it to 6-1. 6-1. Where are we? Recount. Rumors of jury tampering are being investigated. Okay, people are insisting it was 8-1. Okay, I'll go with 8-1. But either way, it is conclusive. It is conclusive. The Fight Doctor and Leighton Evelyn, you have been defeated. We're still going to court, bro. Watch. Okay. So this was highly entertaining. A nice effort at being devil's advocate, fight doctor, but the truth shone through. And yeah, I think that's fair and accurate. Fair and accurate. But listen, we got a show to do. That was a nice element. It was entertaining. It was good for the people. Let the kids hear this. You know, they're off school now. No, they're still going to school, but whatever. Still good and educational. But now we got to get through some topics. And I think, yeah, what am I saying? Got to blast through these. Let me lose the definitions. Boom, boom. What is that? Is that another definition? Boom. Okay. So let's get back into, so that is, actually, let's round this off. Right. So Deontay Wilder says he's going to arbitration. He's taking it to arbitration. There's questions around that. Is there still a provision for arbitration if the contract has expired? We don't even know if the Fury side will attend the arbitration, because if the Fury side is saying that the contract has expired, I put it to you that there is the distinct possibility that Fury side, no representative for Fury even attends this arbitration, which they will probably view as a kangaroo court. Is there any legal requirement for anyone on the Fury side to attend this so-called arbitration? I think not. So this thing is going to run and run and run, but there's still more questions than answers right about now. Why am I showing an old thumb? Fight doctor. We don't even know if the Fury side they're showing up at arbitration.
So well, then the question is, are they legally bound to show up to any arbitration? Oh. So it all depends on what the contract says. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine that if Team Fury does not show up for the arbitration, then there's one of two things. Mm-hmm. Either they aren't legally bound mm-hmm. to show up to any arbitration. Mm-hmm. 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 Fight doctor still there, but his sound is gone somehow.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back.
Okay. Yeah.
So if Team Fury isn't legally bound to show up to arbitration, then they won't. I mean, what's the point? Mm-hmm. But if they are and they don't show up, then I would imagine that Team Wilder will take the matter a step further. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've heard from Wilder frequently, but at no point has he implied. No, at no point has he suggested that the contract has not expired. That's something I find quite interesting. At no point have I heard him say that the contract has not expired. I find that very interesting.
But now, what I find telling is that Team Fury has not announced a fight. Mm-hmm. So that tells me that they are legally bound to some type of, they're still legally bound to some type of language in the contract with Wilder. Because if they weren't legally bound to something in the contract with Wilder, then they would probably have gone on and announced the fight by now.
I just laughed at something else in the chat. the bronze plumber made me laugh. I'm not going to put that up there. Wilder don't really want this fight. Fury cherry picking. Well, yeah, of course they're talking about the Ajit Kabayal fight, December the 5th. It's not being finalized, so there may be some question marks. Big boys boxing up in the building. How do you do? Heinrich Schmidt's Big John going to solve the problems. Who's Big John? Oh yeah, Big John Fury. Yes. So it's still question marks. Where are we now? We're on Friday the 13th. Did you realize it was Friday the 13th, the fight, Doctor?
Indeed, I did. So bad luck for Rafi.
Bad luck for you, my friend. 8-1. Okay, so where are we? Frank Warren said the fight will be announced next week. It's going to be announced next week. The Fight Doctor. Announced next week. What's going on here? Doc, that's what I said. As soon as Fury announced the fight, court case is coming. So it cost Team Fury. It ain't cost them a penny, though, Leighton. It ain't cost them a penny. There is no... Oh, that's what you're saying. As soon as. Okay, you're saying in the future. Okay, as soon as they announce the fight, the court case is coming. The court case is coming as soon as they announce the fight. Leighton has a deep. Okay. Yeah, so there's no court case right now. Arbitration is not court. I would love a Fury Caballero. Caballero is such a big mouth. He was laughing at Tom Swartz for losing against Fury. Hope Fury will beat him up. Of course, Fury's going to beat him up. Okay, so let us keep this thing. We got a link today. Absolutely. Absolutement. This could be good, actually. I just realized something. Boom. Okay. So incoming Big Boys Boxing. Okay. I want to hear his take on this situation here, this arbitration, this Tyson Fury situation. Where are we? And in the meantime, let me line up the next thing. Where is it? Okay. Well, here we are. It's still on the same topic. Do I still want to go on the same topic, or do I want to come back to this? I think, yeah, I definitely have to cover. Boom. It is none other than the Leighton Evelyn, unless it's Dixon Vinegars. I don't know which one is it. Is it the real Leighton or is it Dixon Vinegars?
It's me, Raf. It's me, Raf, bro. It's me. I'm here, bro.
Okay. It's the real Leighton. Okay, it's the real Leighton. And what did I see? What did I see in the chat there? Wilder has deep front pockets. Oh my gosh. OMG. Caballero won against Chisora. I didn't watch that one. Did he really win? I didn't watch that one. Fury has an experienced team with Frank, Bob, and MTK. Frank Warren, Bob Arum, and MTK. Okay, so don't forget, folks, Katie Taylor is fighting on Saturday. She's fighting against some gal called Gutierrez. Where is that? Where is it? Oh, I can't see a picture there. Why have they taken that down? Okay, but that's on Saturday, and it's going to be free. It's going to be free to air. It's going to be free to air over here in the UK. I guess it's going to be free everywhere. So, Leighton Evelyn, what are you saying, my friend?
What's going on?
I'm good, man. What's cracking?
I think the doc's right, Raf. I'm not biased or anything.
Well, the vote says otherwise. The vote says otherwise. But you know something I've realized? Both of you guys, you've got till the end of December because Deontay Wilder may bring some legitimate court case. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys pay up today? And if he does, then we'll readjust that. It's entirely up to you. You can do it today or you can wait till the 31st. It's entirely up to you.
Rafi, I hope you realize that you've already lost.
No. It's 8-1. 8-1. The jury have decided. One man can't override the jury. But
Raf, he's already set up things, so he's going to court. The whole thing you can see now, it's his setup. He's going to court. So
well, listen, okay. If you guys want to wait until the 31st of December, that's perfectly fine with me. But the court has decided, or the people have decided, they've listened to the argument, and the vote was 8-1. So you guys have lost. But if you want to hang on till the 31st to the end of the year, that's entirely up to you. If Deontay Wilder does decide to go to court, not arbitration, but does decide to go to court, then you guys have won. But yes, It is fair that we wait till the 30th. I'm happy to wait till the 31st of December to see if he actually goes to court. But in the meantime,
Raph, I've seen better juries in Mississippi than the one in this room, mate. Come on,
hey, mate. Who else is going to decide? Who else was going to decide? But let's bring in Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing. How do you do? Big Boys Boxing.
Got me now?
Oh yeah, I got you. Big Boys Boxing. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I hope you gents are all doing well. And same to everybody in the chat.
Very, very well indeed. Big Boys Boxing is mediation court. He's going to mediation. Is that court?
Nah, mediation's outside of court to me.
Boom, boom, boom. We have an impartial person, and we're anointing him as an impartial person. He's not in on the bet. All the other three of us, we're in on the bet. He's not in on the bet. So that's an impartial point of view, which goes only to support what the people in the chat said. So it is.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
What's more impartial than the very definition of the word court that we were looking at? What's more impartial than that?
We've all seen that, and the jury have decided that court is not mediation. We went over
arbitration.
It's arbitration. It's arbitration. It is not court. There is a difference, and it's very clear. And
wait. Court and arbitration do not necessarily need to be mutually exclusive.
I never said they were mutually exclusive, but they're different things.
They don't necessarily need to be different things. In effect, they're the same thing. Okay? Because when we looked at the definition of court,
they're not the same thing. A court has greater and wider scope. An arbitration.
But wait. According to whom exactly? Where are these definitions coming from?
It said there's a narrower scope. A court, the magistrates have a narrower scope.
But who defines court as having a greater or narrower scope?
We read the definition. The magistrates have a narrower scope, narrower.
But we're not talking about magistrate. We're talking about court.
We're talking. Okay, court has greater powers, greater scope.
According to who? Who says that?
We read the definition. The difference.
The definition doesn't say anything about a court having narrower or wider scope. That's not what the definition of court said.
What the hell's going on here? We went through this before. Let's do it one last time.
Raph is different in the UK and America. Different ways. America and UK, completely different ways they do the law.
Principle, a court always has a larger scope than a magistrate's.
Let's then pull up the definition and let's read it again.
Let's read it again. Okay. But listen, if a man don't want to pay, then don't just pay. Just don't pay, but don't try to say that it's something other than what it is. If your man don't want to pay, don't pay.
That's why we have a dictionary to give us a definition of words and terms.
We're gonna do it again. But if a man don't want to pay, just tell me. If a man don't want to pay, just tell me you don't want to pay. That's cool. But let's not try to pretend that we're not seeing what we're seeing. I'm going to pull it up again.
Before I lose, I would actually have to lose, in fact. So all I'm saying is let's deal with the facts as they are.
Right. Okay. We're going to go into this again. But like I said before, if a man don't want to pay, just tell me you don't want to pay. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But okay, we're going into this again. Even though the people have already decided. Yeah, and those are the people who decide. Yeah,
Rocky,
I'm not going to be here arguing with the guy after it's already been decided all night. We ain't going to do that. Right?
Rocky,
we're going to go into the definition again. Hold on.
Rocky, the people don't decide what the definition of court is. I'm sorry, but they don't.
The people decide who have won the argument and who has lost the argument. There has to be somebody to decide who wins and who loses an argument. If you're suggesting to me that you think that we're going to be here all night going back and forth when it's already been decided, so there has to be a decider.
Rafi, the people do not decide
the
definition of a word.
Who decides? Who decides who's won an argument?
The facts decide. The facts do. That's who. The facts. The facts.
Okay, so who decides what is a fact and what is not?
The facts decide who is and what is not a fact.
Who is the final arbiter of who has won and lost a debate?
I'll tell you what. Why don't we look up the definition of the word fact? Okay.
What are you guys arguing about? Far out.
Because apparently only one of us understand what a fact is and what a fact isn't.
Listen, there's a bet here. Big Boys Boxing, there's a bet on about if Deontay Wilder was gonna go to court, take Tyson Fury to court or not. Okay, so we've had
pretty simple.
Sounds pretty simple. So we've had a discussion. I thought it was very clear that this going to arbitration is not court. The fight doctor says the court is the same as arbitration is the same as a court. My argument is that arbitration is not the same as a court. Okay, the jury, we had a vote because obviously I can't say I've won. So we had to have a vote to find out. We had a discussion, we had a debate. The fight doctor made his points, I made mine. And then I thought it was pretty clear that I had won because arbitration is not a court. Fight doctor disagreed, so we had a debate and we went to the chat to decide. The chat decided by 8-1 that my argument was more persuasive. So by any normal measure,
the original bit was if you go to court, right?
Yeah.
If it gets settled through legal avenues outside of court, that's still arbitration, but it's not in court. So if it didn't go to court, then you win the bet. Simple as that. That's not hard to figure out to me.
Simple as that. It's a simple.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait.
All right.
Arbitration fits the definition of court.
No, that's not what you said. Though. That's not what the original bet was, though. You said it was going to court.
Hold on a second. Wait. We didn't specify which court in particular. All right.
No, Doc, we
didn't specify which court in particular. We said court. Now, Rafi, read the definition of court. Tell us what it says.
I'm going to read this for the last time. Okay. Right. A body of people presided over by a judge. There is no judge in this arbitration.
Wait a minute. Rafi, you have to read the whole definition as it is. Okay. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but.
A body of people, a court is a body of people presided over by a judge, judges, or magistrate. And acting as a tribunal in civic and criminal cases. Now, this guy is not a judge. He is not more than one judges, and he is not a magistrate.
Whoa, wait. Back up. How is he not a magistrate?
He is an ex-judge.
Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. Being an ex-judge does not exclude him from being a magistrate.
He is not acting in the capacity he is not acting in the capacity of a magistrate. He is none of these things. He is none of these things. He is none of these things listed.
Rafi, if he isn't acting in the role of magistrate, then you need to prove that he's not. Okay. Now let's look at the definition of magistrate.
No. The onus of proof is on you.
Okay. I got no problem. Then let's pull up the definition of magistrate, and we can go over it again.
Pull up what?
Let's pull up the definition of magistrate.
I'm not pulling up shit. We've been through this for the last hour. The time was called. There are time limits to everything. Time was called. We went to the jury, the people to decide.
You are entitled, Rafi. You are entitled to your own opinion.
No, it's not my opinion. We had a discussion. We had a debate. We went to the people to decide. The people decided at the figure of 8-1, whose argument they found more persuasive.
Rafi.
They voted on 8-1, whose argument they found more persuasive. And that was the end of the debate.
Yeah, Rafi, the people's vote does not change the facts. Now, the fact of the matter is, whoever is
presiding over the arbitration is a magistrate. Period. Point blank.
Where does it say that he's a magistrate? Where does it say that this ex-judge is acting as a magistrate? There are no magistrates in arbitration.
Rafi, if you do not like the definition of magistrate, well, I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is.
There are no magistrates in arbitration.
A magistrate is somebody who decides a dispute between two parties, which is exactly what this ex-judge is doing in arbitration. He is deciding a dispute between two parties. That is a magistrate. That is what a magistrate does. Now, you don't want to go back and look at the definition of a magistrate, and that's fine. I got no problems, but it is what it is. The facts are what they are. The definitions are what they are. We all saw them. You saw them. Okay?
Is he acting as a magistrate or a mediator?
There is no magistrate in this arbitration. There are no magistrates in arbitration.
Rafi, go back and pull up the definition of magistrate.
No, why would I? Why would I? Because we're looking at an arbitration.
I can answer that question.
If anything, I would pull up the definition of arbitration. There are no magistrates in arbitration.
You can do that too. If you want to put the definition of arbitration.
Are there magistrates in arbitration? Yes or no?
Rafi, pull up the definition of arbitration. Let's see. Let's see.
Are there magistrates in arbitration? Yes or no?
Rafi, all you have to do is pull up the definition of arbitration. Rafi, I don't get to decide what the facts are. The facts are what they are.
Your question: are there magistrates in arbitration?
And I'm giving you an answer. The fact of the matter is this. Okay. Arbitration is what it is. I don't get to decide what is and what the facts are or what they're not.
I'm asking you a simple question. Are there magistrates in arbitration?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Big Boys Boxing, please bring some.
This sounds like an argument for off-air time to me.
It's not off-air. It's on air. This is on air. This is part of the show. I mean, it's ended. It should have ended when people voted.
No, all you have to do is pull up. All you have to do is pull up the definition of arbitration.
All I have to do is pull up this. All I have to do is pull up that. We did that during the debate. This is post-debate. We did that. We've had the debate. We have had the debate.
Rafi.
Yes.
The facts are what they are. Now, you are entitled to your own opinion, sir, but you're not entitled to your own facts. You have to deal with the facts as they are.
And they are what? And they are what?
And the fact of the matter is this, is that whoever is presiding over the arbitration between Team Wilder and Team Fury, that person fits the description of a magistrate.
I'm not
also a mediator.
He's a mediator. It's a mediation. It's the arbitrator. So if it's a mediation, then the person presiding over it is the mediator. If it's an arbitration, then the person presiding over an arbitration is an arbitrator.
Okay. So then let's look up the definition of what those terms. Let's look up the definition of what those terms are.
Not a judge, not a magistrate, either a mediator or an arbitrator.
Okay, then let's look up what the definition of those terms are, and let's see if they fit the definition of a magistrate.
Well, first all we have to do. The debate is over. The vote was taken. We had the debate. The vote was taken, so the debate is over. Now, what we do know is that the person presiding over a mediation is a mediator, and the person presiding over an arbitration is an arbitrator. Closed, signed, and sealed. Not a judge, not a magistrate, not the Lord Mayor, either a mediator or an arbitrator.
So now, then pull up the definition of the word arbitrator. Or better yet, pull up some of the synonyms for the word arbitrator.
The debate has already been had. The judge will not be the leader or the head person at a mediation. The lead person at a mediation will be a mediator. The lead person at an arbitration will be an arbitrator, not a magistrate and not a judge.
Okay, then let's look at all you have to do is pull up the definition of the word arbitration.
The debate has already been had. We had the debate. We went to the vote. Whose argument was found more persuasive? The people voted, and there you have the answer.
Rafi,
yes.
The people voting does not change what the facts are.
What are the facts?
I'll come back, guys. Wait till you're done.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is this: court does not require a judge. And here's another fact: that the person who presides over the arbitration between Team Wilder and Team Fury fits the definition of a magistrate. Now, you may not like that, but that's the fact of the matter.
It don't matter if it fits the description of Jack the Ripper. It don't matter if it fits the description of Jack the Ripper. You're either a mediator, an arbitrator, a magistrate, or a judge. Yeah, come on in.
Raf, what I'm saying is, I'm with you on this, right? It's not in court yet. But when it gets to court, that's when I'm saying we're going to court. It's the beginning before we go to court. I'll pay up, not when I'm saying we don't go to court. But I think we're going to court. But I'm not saying we're in court now. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, of course. Well, that's common sense. That's logical. That's logical and common sense. Bloody hell. It ain't hard. If you're in mediation, then the head person is a mediator. If you're in arbitration, then the head person is an arbitrator. If you're in court, then the head person is the judge. They're not in court. They're in mediation. So the head person is a mediator. Now, if he fits the description of a judge, a magistrate, or Jack the Ripper, it don't matter. In the mediation, the head person is a mediator. In arbitration, the head person is an arbitrator. And in court, the head person is a judge. Very bloody simple. Okay, now we had the debate. People listened to the debate and were asked to say whose argument they found more persuasive. They voted, and the vote stands. There's no pulling up definitions of this, that, and the other. You must think I got all day to do this shizzle. You know what I'm saying? You have the debate. The debate's concluded, and then the people have the vote, and then you move on. You don't stay in the thing, pull up this, pull up that. No way. The people have decided, they've heard the discussion, and that is that. Now, on the 31st of December, that's the last day.
Rafi,
on the 31st of December,
you already lost the bet, Rafi. Rafi,
no, you lost the bet.
Rafi, you've already lost the bet. Now, just because you don't like the facts,
I haven't finished talking.
But in fact, you lost the bet already. So the 31st of December, we don't need to wait till the 31st of December because you can go and pay up now. Because Rafi, you've already. Rafi, the people don't. Rafi,
I have not
the people do not decide the facts. I'm sorry, but they don't.
Finished speaking. You speak after I'm speaking. That's just
people do not decide the facts.
Common sense. So,
Rafi, the people do not decide the facts.
I'm not finished speaking. So it's just general courtesy to let a person finish speaking before you come in. Now, like I said before, very simple. We had the discussion. We had the debate. It went to the people to find who they found more persuasive. They said so by a vote of 8-1. That's concluded. Now, it really concludes on the December the 31st. If Deontay Wilder opts to take it to court, not something that's kind of like court, a bit like court, a lot like court, actual court, if he decides to do that before December the 31st, then I have won. No, if he decides to do that by December the 31st, then you have won.
Rafi, I've already won.
And you haven't won nothing. You've lost.
Yeah, Rafi, I've already won.
If what you're saying is right, I'll pay you if it's the 31st, like you're saying. If it goes by then, I would have paid you, mate. So I mean, but I don't see this. We're in court, We're not in court. Exactly. But when we get to court, it's a court date. Then I
pay you. If it gets to court, I pay you. If it doesn't,
100.
You pay me.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%. That's perfectly fine. So if the fight doctor, if you've got some different point of view where you decide you don't pay, that's entirely up to you. I'm not going to lose any sleep about that.
Rafi. Wait, Rafi.
No, we've had the process.
Rafi, there are two things. Now, it's not a different point of view.
The only thing I'm doing is I'm dealing with the facts as they are. Now, if you can't accept the facts as they are, well, that's not on me. That's on you. But the facts are what they are. And unfortunately, you are entitled to your opinions, but you are not entitled to your own facts, sir. All right? And you have to deal with the facts as they are, because the facts are what they are.
Raph, we're going in circles here, mate.
We're going in circles with some mediation, not court. Now we're moving on, as we should have done half an hour ago, onto the rest of the show. If you don't want to play, that's no skin off my nose, Fight Doctor. It ain't a problem. Not at all. Okay. But if they do go to court, then I will pay you and Leighton Evelyn. That's not a problem to me. Okay? Now, Big Boys Boxing says it best. What's the definition of trying to find a technicality out of losing a bet? Damn. That's anybody with sense can see that is what it is. Okay, cool. I hope that people have found this listenable, but there's still things we have to damn well get through. It's a damn show. It's a whole show. Okay. The Fight Doctor is most definitely trolling. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. Just stop. Or don't stop. Either way. But anyway, I think I enjoyed it nonetheless. But it's out there. It's out there. If you're comfortable with coming across like that, then that's all cool in the gang, Fight Doctor. That's all cool and the gang. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad we can laugh about it. Fine.
Floppy, I would advise that in the future, before you make a bet, you know exactly what you are betting for, and that you put stipulations in the bet.
Listen, the only stipulation is common sense. The only stipulation is common sense. Yeah, so I'm good. It's cool. It's not a problem.
Common sense is that you deal with the facts as they are. Now the facts. Whether you want to
mediation, arbitration is arbitration, court is court.
Circles, mate.
Now, whether you agree with the facts or not, that's beside the point.
I've told you what the facts are.
I'm sorry, Rafi. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sir, but you do not get to decide what are or what are not the facts. The facts are what they are.
Let's talk boxing.
Yeah, let's talk boxing now. Very unsportsmanlike of the Fight Doctor, but it's okay because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I guess it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's entertaining either way. Now boxing. Okay. Now Katie Taylor, where is she? I just saw her. Where is she? She's in the corner. There she is. Damn it. That's taking a bit of a beating fight by Delphine Pursoon. So she's fighting this weekend on a Matchroom card. It's going to be free to wear. Is Rafi covering it? Yeah. Believe it or not. There's something wrong with my aerial just developed, but I think I'm gonna buy one of those indoor aerials until it gets sorted out. So I'm gonna buy that tomorrow, so we're gonna be good. I remember back in the day I used to just stick some when I was a kid. I used to experiment. I used to stick some foil in where the aerial should be, and it used to work. But anyway, I haven't tried that since I was a kid. Either way, we will have vision, sound and vision tomorrow. That is Katie Taylor versus Gutierrez or whatever her name is. That's under the zone. That's on the Matchroom card. I think Bentley's fighting as well on the Matchroom card. So we're covering that. That's around 8 p.m. So that's on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, that card. And then later on, we have Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. Where is that? I got that somewhere. Yeah. I got the visuals. Uno momento. Let me bring that up. Boom. Oh, where's Big Boys Boxing? Big Boys Boxing, come back in. It's safe. We're finished with that now. And I ain't going back to it until the 31st of December. Let me just drop the link in for the Big Boys Boxing. Boom. There you go. If you want to jump in on the boxing talk now. We're in the boxing talk now. Okay, so Terence Crawford versus, is that big enough? Can you see that? Let me make that a little bit bigger. Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook. Let me go around the table. The Fight Doctor. Who you got and how and why?
I like Crawford by decision, and those are the facts.
OMG. The fight doctor. Oh my God. Leighton Evelyn, who you got and why?
I got Crawford stopping him. I'm not listening to this hype about Cal. Cal's been past his best for ages, mate. Just because he's in shape and he looks good, don't mean to say he can still do it, mate. He's been on drugs. He's done everything. He's partied. He's everything. His body ain't the same. He ain't been the same for the past 2 years.
Yeah. I have to concur. I have to concur. Kell Brook in his prime, it would have been an interesting thing, but Kell Brook's not in his prime anymore. Kell Brook's not in his prime. In his prime, I might have took Kell Brook over Crawford. Maybe. But that Triple G fight, it really did him in. Did him no favors at all. It did his bank book a favor. But other than that, other than the coat hanger in the area, I could pick up Irish Channels back in the day. Yeah, I might try the coat hanger before I go down to Curry's or Dixon's or whoever it is by now. But now it's going to be Crawford. But don't get me wrong, it's live at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. tomorrow. Well, it's actually 3 a.m. Sunday, isn't it? But yeah, the Rafi will be up and I will be covering it. You don't have to be up, but I'll be up. If you want to catch it in the replay, catch the replay in the morning, then so be it. But I'll be covering this. James Jameson contributed to this. I think Leighton Evelyn contributed to this. So we're covering this. We got the PPV. We are covering this. Who do I think? I think Crawford, but does he go by a stoppage? What am I going to pick? 12 rounds or... Nah, man. I'm going 12 rounds Crawford. 12 rounds Crawford. What did you say, Leighton Evelyn? What was your pick?
Oh, he'll stop him. I say he'll stop him about 8-9. 8-9. He'll stop him.
8-9. Okay. Fight doctor, what did you say?
Yeah, I'm picking Crawford by decision, but a stoppage win is not out of the question. But I'm leaning more towards a decision. I mean, so Brook is a very well skilled boxer, and he represents probably the biggest fighter that Crawford has ever fought, biggest and strongest fighter that he's ever fought. So, I mean, just the way that Crawford likes to fight. I mean, he does catch a lot of punches. Not that he's defensively sound. It's just that I think he has too much dog in him. And I think that maybe, if he chooses to engage Brook, then Brook is a big, strong welterweight. Might not be to Crawford's advantage. I wouldn't rule out a knockout, but I'm leaning towards a decision, possibly stoppage on his feet. Though Brook is stopped on his feet, referee stoppage, or maybe the corner with throwing a towel. But in my mind, this fight has a decision written all over it.
Yep. I'm going with decision. We're going to have to see how it ends. Second half stoppage for Crawford. Not the plastic coat hanger. Tommy Walsh. Who the hell's Tommy Walsh? Leighton Evelyn, you probably know. Who's Tommy Walsh?
Tommy Walsh.
I'm gonna Google it. Tommy Walsh.
Who's that? His trainer, is it?
No, Leighton Evelyn just mentioned Tommy Walsh. Oh, the builder. Oh, apparently it's a builder. Tommy Walsh. He used to be on that building show with that girl who never used to wear a bra. Tommy Walsh. Yeah. Building show. Okay. What if Brook wins though? Well, what if Brook wins? Do you think he would take the Spence rematch? Yeah, I hope his eyes healed up. Well, does he take the Spence rematch? Is there's a Pacquiao, isn't there? There's a Pacquiao fight. You go for the Pacquiao fight. Big Boys Boxing. Back in the building.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, I think we've moved on, and I think your final comment helped. Okay, so we're talking about Crawford versus Brook. Who you got? How and why?
I got Crawford, but I think definitely Kell Brook will come to fight as he always does. He may have some success in the earlier rounds, but after about round 4, I think, once Crawford's done his download as he usually does,
Yeah.
Start stepping on the gas a bit. I think you'll get Cal Brook out of there somewhere 8, 9, 10, somewhere there.
Somewhere around there, 8, around 9, 10. Okay, so we got 2 people, letting Evelyn and Big Boys Boxing going for the stoppage. Me and the Fight Doctor, I think it's going to go 12 rounds.
So, Rafi, real quick, and I got to jump off, but I want to just leave you guys with this real quick.
Okay, is it a fact?
This is my opinion. This is going to be my opinion.
Okay.
But a robbery may be on the cards tomorrow.
Robbery? Who's going to get robbed?
Crawford.
Oh, why?
Crawford get robbed? You mad?
The politics in my mind are aligned against Crawford.
PBC.
Look, we saw the same thing when Manny Pacquiao decided to leave Bob Arum.
Mm-hmm.
Rafi, Google robbery. Google robbery.
No. Don't start that up again.
Carry on,
we may have to, but listen, I think don't be surprised if Crawford wins the fight but loses the decision tomorrow. Don't be surprised. I'm calling it right now. A robbery may be on the cards tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And with that,
Crawford hasn't left Arum, has he?
Crawford, no, not yet. But he's talking about it's a possibility.
Crawford is making all kind of noise.
I'd say the other way around. If Cal do win him, he's going to get robbed.
Is it at the Zone show? It's on, no?
No, ESPN.
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's ESPN?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd be inclined to, if it does go the distance and it's close, I'd be inclined to think that if anybody's going to get robbed, it'll be Cal Brook, to be honest. But
100.
give us your reasons why.
Well, yeah. The Fight Doctor's gone. Okay. Thank you, okay. Fight Doctor. Thank you. The Bronze Plumber says I offer seconds if you promise to time out the Fight Doctor the next time he mentions the word dictionary or definition.
It's nothing new from Fight Doctor. He loves talking in circles, that guy, doesn't he?
Hey, Fight Doctor, I hand it to you. You got me riled up. You got me riled up. I hand it to you. I'll give it to you. You got to me in the end. And you got me very, very riled up, going around in circles.
I let him go, Raph. He was arguing for my tenor mates. I just let him go.
I'll hand it to him. I'll hand it to the guy. He got me riled up. So yeah, if that was the object of the exercise, then I think it was. Then consider yourself successful. A Fight Doctor, consider yourself successful. I'm not going to get
A+ for effort is probably worth a tenner. Just the effort he put in.
Yeah, totally, 100%. You got me riled up. That was the objective, I'm sure. So congratulations. Okay, what are we saying now? Okay, so there's an article of Terence Crawford saying he may leave Top Rank because people are saying that, well, if you're serious about fighting people like Spence, about fighting people like Crawford, they're all over on the PBC side. So if you don't go over there, you're not going to get the fight, and it shows that you weren't serious. But that's one argument. But my argument, my question to you guys, let's go with Leighton Evelyn first. How that's the same argument of saying that Anthony Joshua would have to sign with PBC, leave Matchroom, leave the Zone, and sign with PBC to get a Wilder fight. Nobody's saying that. Nobody said that. Well, I'm sure there are some fools who said that, but the general consensus isn't that. So why is it that Crawford would have to leave Bob Arum to go to PBC if he wants to fight those guys? How is that fair? Leighton Evelyn.
Well, what you got to look at, right, Raph, is Crawford's coming to the end of his contract with Top Rank. So he might be fishing. Just to say, like, yeah, I'm going to leave. See what's out there to offer me, so Top Rank could offer him more. Mate, you go over to PBC, there's no guarantee he's still going to get Spence. No guarantee. They'll still make him fight the Thurmans or some other bums or someone other. There's no guarantee, mate. You've got to think over at PBC, their main fighter they're going to look after is Spence. They're going to look after him. Do you know what I mean? No matter what. Do you know what I mean?
Big boys boxing.
Yeah, it's not fair, but in professional boxing, when it comes to getting fights made between fighters from different networks and promotional companies, fair doesn't really come into much. However, I do think PBC has a better stable of welterweights than ESPN or Matchroom. So if he wants those fights, I guess it does make sense for him to go over there. And it's bait from Al Heyman. He's held out for so long that he wants to get Terence Crawford on his books. That's the way business goes. So, I mean, if his contract does expire with ESPN or Top Rank and he wants to try and be a free agent and get those fights, he may be successful that way. But it would certainly make it a lot easier for him to be able to get those fights if he was signed with PBC.
But here's a question: if you do go over there, who's going to be the A side? Who's going to get paid more? Is it going to be Terence or is it going to be Spence? Do you know what I mean? That's one question.
Yeah. So they're still going to favor their guys, aren't they? Because the newcomer comes, he's not really their guy. He's a newcomer. It's the same reason why Heyman, PBC allowed Andy Ruiz to fight Anthony Joshua, because he's a new guy. He wasn't an established PBC guy. He was a new guy. So they said, let's put him out there. He wasn't a blue chip PBC guy. So if Terence Crawford goes over to the PBC, he's not a blue chip PBC guy. They're still going to favor what they consider to be the blue chip PBC guys.
So what's the point in going over there? What's the point?
That's what I'm saying.
Legacy. That's all.
Legacy.
That's the only reason for going there.
But there's still no fight guaranteed over there for Crawford if he goes over there. There's no guarantee he gets the fight.
Well, not necessarily, but if he puts it into his contract, if he tries to get it put into his contract, then that would be smart on his part. Give me a 4-fight contract and 2 of them have to.
Say that again.
Golovkin tried that same stuff with Canelo, didn't he?
Did he go over to the same side as Canelo?
He went over to the zone just to get the Canelo fight.
To get Canelo fight.
Oh yeah.
But he haven't got it, have he? He haven't got it.
No, now Canelo's left the zone.
Oh. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so that speaks to my argument. Do you see what I'm saying? You cross the road to get a particular fight. It's no guarantee you get the fight.
Yeah. You want to try and get it written into your contract when you sign up that after 2 or 3 fights you're going to have a specific fight.
Yeah.
And if you don't put that in my contract, you can go stick it where the sun don't shine.
100%. So newcomers to the chat, Prudent Man just jumped in. How do you do, Prudent Man? Vizo with a new swirls. Vizo's got some new swirls. Fuzzy up in the building. Great topic to talk about. 100%. Pac-Man got Broner and Thurman. We were talking about what happens if Kell Brook wins, and I said. And I was asked, does he fight Spence? I say, well, go for the biggest fish. The biggest fish has got to be, the biggest draw has got to be the Pac-Man, surely, over there, right about now. So big boys boxing, the biggest fish over there right now is the Pac-Man. It's the Pac-Man. So he would have to be the target for Kell Brook if he beat Crawford.
You'd think so, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you go for the biggest fish.
Yeah, if he can beat Crawford, then why not go for the Pac-Man fight? That'd be the biggest fight. But,
Pac-Man's going to go run for president, didn't he, next year? So I think he's got 1 fight left. So I don't think it's going to happen, mate.
Well, if Crawford wins this fight, then Pac-Man goes out with the Crawford fight, with a Brook fight.
I can't see that happening, mate. I think Pac-Man's going to be looking for one big pay, and I think it's going to be Mayweather, and he's sailing off to the sunset, mate. Yeah,
Mayweather ain't coming back, though, is he? Mayweather might be smart.
Mayweather come out the other day saying he's coming back to do a fight. He's not telling anyone what, but he said he's coming back.
He's coming back to an exhibition, though. Coming back to an exhibition fight. His
I
next
specifically
exhibition
said an
fight.
exhibition, isn't he?
Did he say an exhibition?
No, they haven't said it. You haven't said an exhibition, mate.
Oh. Well, he has been talking about an exhibition. The possibility of an exhibition fight. He says he's finished fighting now. But exhibitions, yeah, he's too old for the real thing. He's into the exhibitions. Well, that's the last thing I heard from him. Big Boys Boxing.
He's over 50 now, isn't he?
Who?
Floyd.
Is he?
Floyd.
Is
Yeah.
he? Bloody
He's
hell.
over 50, I think.
Oh, don't be stupid. He's like 44, 43.
Is he? Okay. I'm thinking of something else.
He capitulated on that one a bit quick, Big Boys Boxing. Well, he's 50.
Yeah.
He's 50.
I don't know why.
He's 50. I don't
know
think
why I
he's
see that.
50 yet. I don't think he's 50 yet. Not yet. Maybe soon, about 4-6 years. BBC, Pac-Man got Broner. Pacquiao not interested in Brook. Oh, damn. Well, okay. Well, if he's not interested, I don't know. I don't know if you want to go straight to Spence, maybe Porter. He beat Porter before. Yeah, go Porter. Give Porter his rematch. Do it Deontay Wilder style. Say, no, I want to give him. I know he's got a new baby. He's got responsibilities. So, I feel only right that I give him another opportunity to fight me. So, yeah, go Porter. Go Porter first. You know what I'm saying? Porter's a hell of a fighter. Hell on wheels, but you already beat him once. Then, you don't want to give up your belt straight away. Go Porter. That's a hell of a fight. Mess around like those guys mess around. String it out. Long the thing out. Long it out. I don't know. Is there any other boxing fight that comes to mind over this weekend that grabs your attention? Big Boys Boxing.
Oh, there's a heavyweight prospect fighting this weekend, Christian Thun.
Yeah.
But me, I'm pretty much concentrated on heavyweights, and
I hear you.
There ain't much on for heavyweights this weekend.
Heavyweights.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay, and I haven't seen any other scintillating boxing matches. I've talked about the Katie Taylor fighting a woman I don't know. And other than that, that's it really this weekend.
The Rachel Ball fight. That's a good fight, Raph. The Rachel Ball with that girl coming up.
Yeah,
She's
Rachel
coming
Ball.
up, and Rachel Ball. That's a good fight. That'll be a good fight, that will. But
That's
the other
on-
girl can't win the title, can she? There's only
What?
Rachel Ball can win it.
Oh yeah, one of them mad ones. And that's on the same card as Katie Taylor, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, mate. She's on one with Katie Taylor. Because what it was supposed to be, there Shannon Courtney, because she was Eddie Hearn's golden girl, wasn't she? But this Rachel Ball changed the whole fucking thing. Then Ebony, what's the name for Australian girl? Ebony, I can't think of it, the pretty girl. She was supposed to be coming over to fight, and it would have been an air fight, and it would have been a glamour fight, but no, it's not. But it's set up for Rachel Ball to take it.
Okay. So, that's interesting. Rachel Ball come back real quick. So why is she not rematching Shannon Courtney?
No, Shannon Courtney got injured. She beat Shannon Courtney. She wasn't supposed to beat Shannon Courtney, but she beat her. So then Eddie set it up. So Ebony was going to come over from Australian fighter, but she got injured. Then he put a girl who's an IBF champion from a weight down below to come up and fight her. So it's set up for Rachel to win this. So Rachel will become a world champion. Do you know what I mean?
Damn. And it's set up for Shannon Courtney to come back and win the rematch, but Shannon Courtney ain't winning the rematch. Sorry to tell you.
That's it. That's what it is. You can see what it is set up for.
Yeah, Shannon Courtney ain't going to win the rematch in my book because this Rachel Ball, she was a kickboxer before. So what it is that she's just had so many more years in the ring than Shannon Courtney. She just got a higher fight IQ. I saw that from the time they came out, when they first came out. The stance. Rachel Ball's just been doing it in the background, in the shadows for just years longer. And she just got too much technique, too much know-how, too much experience for Shannon Courtney. That's my opinion.
Shannon Courtney got well beaten in that fight. I watched that one. So
well beaten.
But she was Eddie's golden goose, wasn't she? She was Eddie because she had the look, she had everything. Eddie was pushing through to take her up and take her there, and then it just got derailed by Rachel Ball. So Eddie's thought, well, hang on, I'll stick with you, Rachel Ball. Do you know what I mean? Like Eddie does.
It's sensible thing to do. Rachel Ball,
Good business.
yeah, it's good business. Rachel Ball just got too much experience. I saw it just from the stance. As soon as they came out, well, I already thought that because read her resume and I realized she'd been fighting, not boxing, but fighting, but just so much longer. And fighting, just fighting alone, even in different disciplines, it gives you a certain level of relaxation in comparison to a relative newcomer like Shannon Ball. What's her name? Shannon Courtney. So yeah, I thought, this could be a mistake. And as soon as I saw the stance, as soon as I saw her composure, as soon as I saw the composure of Rachel Ball stance and the composure and the way she was working behind the jab, everything was technically nice. And in comparison to Shannon Courtney, who was just not so technically nice at all. So Shannon Courtney ain't never going to meet Rachel Ball. Well, maybe if she stays away from her and then builds up a body of work, she could come back maybe in a year and a half's time and maybe beat her then. But right about now, no, I don't see it. She's Eddie's side piece. What do you mean? Like an aperitif, like a side salad, something on the side of your dish. Eddie with the Don King tactics. Yeah, you got to learn from one of the best who ever did it. You know what I'm saying? But he does pay his fighters. So, he's doing it better. Okay.
Raph, what do you think about that Tim Lovejoy stuff? Because when I was asking Rick, and Rick said that they knew that he was contracted to Don King, and he still come over here. What was all that about? Like, do you know what I mean, Raph?
He was trying to fast one, wasn't he? Or Lovejoy is trying to fast one. He knows he signed to Don King. He knows Don King's gonna have to sign it off. He thought, he'd got away with it by signing the contract without Don King, and thought, but he don't know. He's dealing with Don King. It's Don King you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Was it just promotion so he could get his name out there? Because he's been fighting to Anna, and he's come back over to you, and I think Don King was in on this, send him over here, get exposure, get your name out here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Don
It's funny though.
Yeah, carry on.
It's funny though, because he's been signed to Don King for like over 3 years. Don King hadn't provided him with any fights whatsoever, and that whole time he'd been going down to Mexico and organizing his own fights. And then all of a sudden, once Lovejoy manages to get himself a fight of notoriety, then Don King decides he wants to be involved. I remember Lovejoy explaining that under was it California law or something, if the contract hadn't been fulfilled, then it was supposed to be ruled null and void or something like that. So I found it rather interesting, but at the same time I knew Don King had a fight contract with Lovejoy for his
let me get this right.
Trevor Bryan.
Let me get this right. Big Boys Boxing knew he had a contract, but Eddie Hearn didn't. Do you know what I mean?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know until Lovejoy came out after the fact and said, "Oh yeah, I did sign with Don King 3 years ago, but because he got me no fights, the contract wasn't valid anymore under California state law or something." He said. I don't know exactly how.
I was being sarcastic, bro. I was being sarcastic. I wasn't saying it was like you.
Sweet.
I'm saying well, how can Eddie Hearn not know? Do you know what I mean? How can Eddie Hearn not know?
Yeah, exactly. I think Eddie probably did know, but he was trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah, but if Don King's is not being having any input into his career, then I think that maybe Lovejoy had a point. Lovejoy has a point.
Exactly. I think the problem would be
what I'm saying. Was it just for exposure? Was it just for? Is it for? You're on the UK Sky Sports. Your name's there. Everything. You're there. He's ranked number 15 when we don't even know how. And then all of a sudden he's getting exposure. Then Don King can take him back to America. People know his name, and Don King can make money off it.
I don't think it was premeditated. It could be premeditated. I don't think it was premeditated. I think it's just as it appears. Don King has not been having any input into the guy's career. The guy gets to fight for himself. comes over. He's going to make some nice money because he's fighting on Matchroom and they pay well. Matchroom, the zone.
But Raf, they offered Don King money to say just let him fight, and Don King still was saying no, and Don King was going to make a bit of money. Do you know what I mean? But Don King still said no.
Okay, so
and he also was offered a spot for Trevor Bryan to fight on a Matchroom card later in the year as well. He still turned it down.
Damn. Yeah, so I don't think that's
trying to punish them.
He's punishing people. He's acting as a punisher. I don't think he's done anything in Lovejoy's interest. Lovejoy is going to make some nice money. Look at Torres. Torres was earning over there. Torres, the guy who fights Ortiz, he was earning what 80K? Did they say 80K? 80K, 80,000. You know, Torres. So you know, these guys now. I mean, the landscape's changed now. Once upon a time, you know, these guys were fighting for crumbs. But if you get with one of the big promoters now, you can be earning some money. That was on a PBC card. PBC was paying Torres $80,000. You know, I mean, nowadays
it's £80,000 for a dead arm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So nowadays it can be lucrative just being a journeyman.
Yeah,
it's mad. Well, but especially in the heavyweight division, you know what I'm saying? Because so it's crazy. These journeymen making money. I'm not against it, but it's just interesting. So Lovejoy would have been making at least 60K, in my view.
Raph, do you think he took a dive in or what?
Oh, Torres, yeah. We did a show on it. Did you not catch the show?
100%. He took a dive, didn't he? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took a dive, didn't he? Do you know what I mean?
You're meaning Devin Vargas?
No, Torres. Torres.
Flores. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who fought Ortiz. Dive.
Yeah, Alexander Flores.
Alexander Flores. That's the man. Lovejoy's advised.
I hope he don't get paid, mate.
Well, they're withholding it so far. I hope his trainers get paid and sparring partners, but him, well, no, not at all. Scott says Lovejoy is advised by former Muhammad Ali manager Sidney Yahum, Wyman, however you pronounce that. Clever guy. Trevor Bryan ain't fighting no time soon. Yeah, Don King's acting some Slim Shady. I don't want to talk about it because I still want an interview with Don King.
How long has Trevor Bryan not fought for? It's about 3 years, isn't it?
2 years.
3 years. 3 years.
Shocking.
The last fight was BJ Flores. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sitting there. Don King's sitting him on the shelf.
Something ain't right there. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got him on the shelf. This ain't no advertising thing. He's just got him on the shelf. It's terrible. It's terrible.
He's waiting to try and get an AJ fight. That's sitting on the interim title.
And not doing anything. How can you be a fighter not fighting for years?
He spars with AJ. He spars with AJ. So like, what's going on? Like,
another thing is how can he hang on to his interim title?
Yeah.
Without defending it.
Madness. Complete madness.
Stupid.
It don't make sense. It's totally bizarre to me. I don't understand it. It's crazy. It's utterly unfathomable. Unfathomable.
The Don King magic.
The Don King magic, unfathomable. Should I find out the definition of unfathomable?
Google it.
Shall I Google unfathomable?
Fact.
Friggin' hell, mate. I tell you what. Oh my god.
Raph, I couldn't argue him. I just sat back and laughed and think he's in my tenement.
Friggin' hell, mate. I tell you what. I was going to do a bit more DIY after this, but I'm not going to be banging around after midnight now, am I? But I think we touched one more thing. There was a lot of topics that I had to touch. Let me go through. Let me pick one. And I'm not going to do that one. Let me pick a juicy one. Okay. Shall we do this? Yeah, what was you going to say, big boys?
I was going to say, have you got Dillian White accusing Povetkin of faking COVID on your list?
That was on the list, but I think that is juicy as that is. I've got a couple juicy ones. And Joshua could be delayed. It's lots of juicy ones. I'm just going to go with this one. I might have to go. Hold on a second. Oh, we'll talk about some of these during the broadcast tomorrow. when I'm covering the Matchroom card. So we'll talk about some of these tomorrow. I'm gonna close out on this particular. I'm gonna close out on this particular one. But there was lots of topics. But let me share this one with you. This is the final topic, folks. I think you definitely got your money's worth. You saw Raf get extremely pissed. So Fight Doctor did his job very, very well. Very, very well. Okay, so let me see if I'm sharing this one with you. Okay, it's there. So Tyson Fury on Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. I take my hat off to AJ for reaction to AJ for his reaction to defeat, says the WBC champ. Okay, so Tyson Fury on Anthony Joshua's reaction to defeat. I hope that I would conduct myself like that. Let me highlight this. I hope that I would conduct myself like that as well if it happened to me. What I did just switch topics like that. Okay, so Tyson Fury has praised Anthony Joshua's class and sportsmanlike reaction to defeat and questioned why Deontay Wilder has not reacted similarly. Okay, so Wilder has mentioned his ring walk outfit, bicep injury, a disloyal trainer, a drunk referee, and made unfounded allegations about his opponent's gloves as possible reasons for his loss to Fury. Okay, so speaking to Talk Sports, Fury was impressed with how Joshua rebounded from losing to Andy Ruiz. We call him Andreas the Ponce Ruiz over here, to take revenge in a rematch. Very classy. Listen, we are rivals and have been for a long time, but I have to speak truthfully. What is this? Okay, a little picture there. Interesting picture. What the hell's going on? Okay, let's get away from that. Fury dismantled Wilder in their rematch. Fury, speaking on Joshua, said he handled it like a man. He handled it very sportsmanlike. He took it in his stride. He knew he'd made a mistake. He didn't say why. He didn't make any excuses. I didn't hear any excuses either. He just said, well done. See you next time. And I hope that I would conduct myself like that as well if it happened to me. Okay, we got a lot of pictures in this thing. I suppose that's a good thing. There's Katie Taylor fighting tomorrow and Joshua later in the year. Okay, so Tyson Fury goes on to say, we've seen it so much over the years. Wilder's excuses, David Hayes' excuses. Everybody who loses a fight for whatever reason, they always say I had a bad foot, my shoulder, my toe. Either don't take the fight and have it postponed, or if you are going to take it, don't mention it afterwards. Don't take the glory away from someone else's victory. I take my hat off to AJ. That was class. Okay. Oh, is there more? I think that's it. Wilder is still chasing the Fury trilogy. Former WBC champion Wilder tweeted to Fury on Thursday morning, the only thing I want from you is for you to honor your agreement and fight me. I gave you 2 shots when I didn't have to, and it changed your life. Now's the time for you to be a man and give me my shot as you agreed to. Okay. So Fury had plans for the trilogy, but for a trilogy fight, claiming his rival wanted to postpone it until 2021. So he instead plans a UK homecoming on December the 5th with Ajit Kabayal expected to be his opponent. Okay, this is interesting. So Wilder is taking his dispute through a mediation process, not a court process, a mediation.
Google it.
Let me Google it. What's a fact? Google fact. A mediation process, and his manager Shelley Finkel told Sky Sports, I wouldn't go into it if I didn't hope for a positive outcome, but I am sure they think so too. So he's talking about the other side. I wouldn't go into it if I didn't hope for a positive outcome. Hope. Does this sound like the manager of a fighter who has a contract, an active contract? Does this sound like the manager of a fighter who has an active contract, or does that sound like the manager of a man whose contract has expired? I put it to you that it is the latter. Asked if he expected a ruling this year, Finkel said, I would hope so, yes. Wilder has previously broken his long silence by tweeting to Fury, in the rematch agreement, there is a rematch clause. And that brings me to a point. I'm not going to go any further with that article because that's like we've done 2 in 1. That brings me to the point that Deontay Wilder has recently come out and said that he expects to fight early next year. Early next year. That is Deontay Wilder's words. He's expecting to fight someone other than Fury early next year. Now, does that sound like the man, the sound, is that the sound of a man who has an active contract? I think not. And so we're finishing with that, finishing off with that. And let's go to Big Boys Boxing, who's dropped off. Let's go to, let me drop the link in the chat for him again in case he accidentally dropped off. We're going over to, Leighton Evelyn.
Yeah, mate. What I see this, and I'll tell you the truth here. I think that if Wilder do go to court, it's the stupidest thing he could ever do, because then he's opening himself up for Fury to go to court and suing him for everything he's done. Because if Fury's going to go to court and have to pay money for lawyers and everything to go to court against this knob, he's going to think, well, hang on, I'll start suing you for defamation of character. Do you know what I mean? It's all going to go on from there. So, I mean, that's the only thing. And I think Wilder's team knows that. His advisor telling him, don't take him to court. Don't take him to court. If you take him to court, we'll end up getting it because we've got no proof in any of our allegations. All they can go for is a force majeure. Same with the pandemic, the stretch it on for that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I can't see it happening. But if it happens, it happens. But he's talking the talk. And if you notice, he's only come out all relevant now after when the fight's all done dusted and Fury's moving on. He's doing it to stay with all his local dummy community people that he's still here, he's still relevant. Go fight Andy Ruiz. Go fight someone else. You know what I mean? Because your days, you're out of it. You're out of the big number. You're out of the big picture. And I'll tell you what, I think Andy Ruiz batters him. I'm going to tell you that. No, bro. I think Andy Ruiz batters him.
I think so as well. I think Andy Ruiz absolutely batters him, gives him hell, hits him to the body, hits him to the head. He's not training under Reynoso now.
100%. And Andrew Ruiz got a chin like granite, mate. Granite. He is not going down. He is not going down. Do you know what I mean? But Andy Ruiz been boxing since how old? 10? He's been boxing for years. He can box. He can box. But this is where this hype job that has gone with this Wilder and people have jumped on it. Rafi, I know you've been a supporter from day one saying how much of a hype job Wilder was. You could see. You could see straight away. Everyone else has been seeing it, but no one will. Oh no, he's hardest. But he is garbage, mate. Yeah, he is 6'7" and he can punch, but he can't box. He cannot box. You know what I mean? It's the truth. It's the truth.
You can't box. You can't box. I've been saying it for a long. I've been saying it for the longest.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been with you from the boxing voice, and you've been saying then on. That guy cannot box.
He cannot box. You can't box. And if you remember, I was talking on the boxing voice as well when I was over there as a panelist. I was saying I was going to fly out. I was going to fly out to the first fight. I felt it. I felt something was going to happen. And I should have flown out. The reason I didn't, no problem, my friend, Big Boys Boxing. He's got his own channel. For sure, check him out. No problem. Sorry, Raf, phone died. No problem. It's good of you to jump on. And I've been saying I was going to fly out there, but when I saw the crap undercard, I thought it was an insult. I mean, if it was in Vegas, then, the flying people, it had something to do. You're right, in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So when I saw that, put it out in California, where the Staples Center, when I looked at the map and I checked it out, it was not. It's not an entertainment capital. It's out there somewhere. You need to rent a car just to get to the local amenities. And I said, nah, they're taking the piss.
Yeah, you're spending like $5,000, mate. You're spending like $5,000.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought, no, they're not treating people right. They're not treating people right at all. I thought, no, I actually bought a ticket and I had to sell it back, and it was hell trying to sell it back because there were tickets available. But so I sold it for less than I paid for it. So I lost money on that. I paid both these guys and lost money on that.
And Raph, and another thing with Tyson Fury, if you remember when Tyson Fury was fighting Wilder, he just cursed Joshua whole to a pole. Everything. Joshua's a coward. Joshua's this. Joshua's everything. And now, Joshua's a good guy. Joshua's this. Joshua. Mate, if Tyson Fury said it's raining outside, I'm going outside to check the fucking sky. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe a word the guy says. Sorry about swearing, but I don't believe him.
Switches it up to his convenience. Tyson Fury switches it up whatever's convenient to him. Before, Joshua was a big doctor, this, that, and this, that, and the other, a skinny bodybuilder, all this stuff. Now that he's going, and then he was best buddies with the real big dusser. Best buddies with the real big dusser. And now,
Raph, and another thing, when everyone says Tyson Fury is the second coming of Muhammad Ali, I don't see it, mate. I don't see it. Because when he fought Schwartz and thing, it's like, where's these guys? Because he beats up Wilder. He's some special. Do you know what I mean? And then when you think, they all say he beat Klitschko. He was on drugs. He had in the system. But the British board didn't tell you. Do you know what I mean? So he should not have beat Klitschko. He wouldn't give Klitschko his rematch. Tyson Fury is the biggest hype job. And I know people are more mad in the chat, but Tyson Fury is the biggest hype job that people have seen. He is selling you a fool's dream. I swear to God, and I cannot wait till fucking Joshua gets in the ring with him and shows everyone he's a hype job as well.
It's going to be an interesting fight. I look forward to the day. It's going to be in 2021 when they get it on, and I look forward to that. I don't know who's going to win. I don't think Tyson Fury is a hype. There is hype around him, but I do think he also has skills. However, I do
skills like what? Moving your head and herky jerky. That's skills. I don't think so.
Well, listen. It's worked for him so far. The question is, does it work?
Because who's he fought? Who's he been fighting?
Well, he fought Klitschko. He beat Klitschko, didn't he? He beat Klitschko.
On drugs.
That's true. On drugs. That's null and void. You can say that's null and void. That should be expunged from the records.
Exactly. If you took away Klitschko, right? What's his best win? Chisora.
Yeah. Well, who's the better win? Chisora or Wilder?
Well, exactly. Wilder's unproven. Wilder's fought no one. Wilder fought a 50-year-old guy. And sorry, Ortiz is 50 plus, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's all he's fought. And who was Ortiz beat? Absolutely nobody. Do you know what I mean? Nobody. And when Fury's going to get shown up against Joshua. But I'm loving it. I'm going to take everyone's money. I'm going to take all their money off him because they all think this Fury is a special, this special, that. Nah, he ain't special, mate. Let me tell you.
Well. That's some interesting perspectives there. That's some interesting perspective there from Leighton Evelyn. Scott 70 says building the fight to double the PPV buys, double what the pay-per-views would have been otherwise. So I think Scott thinks they're just building the fight. He reckons that Fury's next fight will be Wilder. Well, Scott, I really don't think Scott, you want to put a £10 wager? Scott, you want a £10 bet? You want a £10 bet, Scott, that Fury's next fight is not Wilder? I say, Scott, £10. Fury's next fight.
I want some of that.
Scott, £10, mate, £10 wager. I say Fury's next fight will not be Wilder. We're going to end the show on that. We're waiting for Scott to come through, see if he wants to take the wager. But I'm going to take the £10 that I get from the Fight Doctor, and I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to put it down on this. Damn. Scott comes through. We like to keep it. What
about me, Scott? Scott, can I have a 10
No. I can't have other people robbing Scott.
Scott. With me and Scott, listen. No. Whoever loses, we pays you, Raph. Whoever loses, we do a super chat to you. And that's what I'm asking Scott. Does Scott want to do a bet with me? I'll go the same as Rafi. But if I win, I pay Rafi £10. If not, you pay Rafi £10. Do you want to do that, Scott?
Hey, if he wants to take up that challenge as well, if he takes on that challenge as well, then that's on Scotty. Where I don't
Ask him. See, is he replying in the chat?
Well, he's there.
That's the bet too. What about me? Do you want to bet me, Scott?
I don't want to.
Whoever loses this bet, we'll pay Rafi the super chat.
Yo, I hope that. No, I only bet with I only bet with friends, Leighton. Exactly. That's good.
I tried, Raf. I tried, brother.
That's all right. Hey, what was I going to say? No, because you're thinking the same thing as me. So it is on. We're keeping it interesting over here. Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. If Scott wins, he will actually PayPal's or Super Chat. If Scott wins, I PayPal Scott. You know I'm good for my word, Scott. You know I'm good for my word. Okay, folks, we've had a great show tonight. The Fight Doctor managed to rile me up, which is I rarely get riled like that, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, that's 1 point to the Fight Doctor, but it's £10 to the Rafi. Actually, I think Fury won't fight Wilder for it, or any credible opponent for that matter. I think you're saying that in between now and when he fights Joshua. I think that's what you're saying. He fought Wilder because he had nothing to lose. Interesting perspective. Okay, so that's a bet. We're keeping it interesting over here. I'm putting out these wagers. I know Scott won't be a Welsher like the Fight Doctor. I know Leighton Evelyn, he ain't no Welsher. No,
Raph, you know you're getting money off me, mate. You know you're getting
money off you, absolutely, and vice versa, because I'll pay you £10. Yeah, man, that's cool. In the gang, we keep it interesting over here. Leighton Evelyn, you haven't been on for a long time, but your reception has been nice and crystal clear. Good to speak to you again.
It's been a pleasure, Raph. Been a pleasure, mate. Pleasure.
That's such a long time, and that was the Leighton Evelyn. Much appreciation goes out to the Leighton Evelyn. Much appreciation goes out to everybody who came into the chat, and much appreciation goes out to everybody who made the contribution tin ring. All the super chat dominators like Leighton Evelyn, like Scott 70, like the James Jameson, like the Lisa Bayliss, like the Frank the French, all the super chat dominators. Much appreciation for going above and beyond that which is necessary. I let the Fight Doctor go in on you today. Look like he gave you a mic. Yes. Fortunately, I don't get headaches, but that's the closest that I've come to a headache in a long time. But it won't get to me again because I'll keep it nice and tight and regimented in the future. But this time, credit goes out to the Fight Doctor. He did get under my skin. So congratulations goes out to the Fight Doctor. Great show, says the Philip Carl Roberts. And, I mean, it's entertainment. Did my head in, but it's still entertainment for you guys. What else do I want to say? Okay, we're live tomorrow again, covering the Matchroom card, and then we're live twice tomorrow because we're coming back at 3 a.m. in the morning to watch.
I'm with you, Raph. I'll be there.
I figured you'd be up. At them to watch that fight, definitely. And that's at 3 a.m. in the morning UK time. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Great show, says the Philip Carl Roberts. Absolute them all. And even thank you to the Fight Doctor, as well as the Big Boys Boxing, as well as the Leighton Evelyn. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I think there's something I wanted to say, and I can't remember what the hell it was. It's playing in my back of my mind. What is
Google? It was Google.
Let me Google what it was that I've forgotten that I wanted to say. Let me Google that. No, I can't remember. Give me a couple of seconds of reflection. No, Black Lives Tomorrow, two-time, pure and simple. So Tyson Fury is fighting somebody else before Fury. That's my bet. Scott 70 says otherwise. Scott 70 says Fury and Wilder will be fighting each other next. So it's going to be real interesting. That's something else to look forward to. Thank you, everybody. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, and it's the Leighton Evelyn, and it's the Scott 70, and it's the Big Boys Boxing, and it's the Fight Doctor doing my heading, and it's the Philip Khan Roberts, it's the Don ZB, the BG London, who else we got? Who have I forgot? It's the JJ, it's the King Ebenezer, it's the Bronze Plumber, and oh yeah, the super chat from the Bronze Plumber, I almost forgot, much appreciation, much appreciation. It's the Shiz Biz, it's the Fuzzy Was Ear, it's the Prudent Man, and it's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, and we are out.